How about now? Yeah, hey chat, is the sound better now? I can see it on my end that it's working. Yeah, I think we should be audible. Is it? Can you guys hear DQ as well? Really?
Well, guys, if you want to see horizontal stream, go to his channel. Let me quickly get the channel here so you guys can. Wait, are you capturing? Okay, so you put my video, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So click on it and capture audio as well, and my voice will be audible. Or go to OBS,
Yeah.
and when you took that window capture, right click and properties Java and capture audio beta.
Okay.
Capture audio, I think.
Properties. Capture audio beta.
Yes,
Okay.
tick it. Then I think it will be audible.
I just enabled it. Guys, can you hear DQ as well?
Let me check it.
I will just check it as well.
Oh wait, I think my issue. I know
Can you
there
say
would
something?
be. Sorry, 1 second. I know, right? Let me just do one more thing and. Okay, now it should be perfect. Now it should be perfect. I had my no
Fan-like voice is
noise.
coming. That's me, guys. One second.
Now it's no, it's me. It's me. It's yours is perfect. No, no, no. Sahaj, it's me. Now should be fine. Perfect.
Oh, no, no.
Don't
I
switch off
also
your
had a
fan.
fan next to me.
No, but yours is my Zoom. My noise cancellation is off.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. Fancy,
So
fancy.
so
Nice.
no, not fancy.
So what do you make of the
uh,
position?
oh,
DQ.
you should tell us.
No,
Oh,
I
someone from my chat is saying ki is castling bad for black after this.
castling I think would be the best way
No.
forward here because black is sort of a pawn up. At least right now, white has 1 pawn down, and the compensation is that Divya has this sort of dark squares control. So
Hmm.
जितने भी dark squares हैं board पे, like you can see white has that control and black doesn't have that. So that's why also if you look at the engine, computer says bishop a3,
Hmm.
which sort of stops black from castling,
Oh,
and
yes.
which also sacrifices a pawn on c3. So it's not an easy decision. It's definitely not
Hmm.
an easy decision because when you play bishop a3, knight takes e3 looks very, very, very scary to me, DQ.
Hmm. Yeah, I think for us with engine, we can say that a bishop a3 is easy move, but for them without anything, it would be too tough. And for them, it can be like a win or lose move as well. Like, and seeing as B and C pawns are so forward, so losing a C3 pawn would be super scary.
Yeah, it definitely it's the type of move where if you cannot find a mate, then you will be hesitant to play it because 2 pawns is already a lot, and I think you're losing a third pawn as well if you're not careful, DQ. Because after bishop a3, so I'm just gonna not gonna look at the engine for a little bit. Black plays knight c3. Like
Mm.
let's say I go queen d2 for example. Now I have this move queen takes d4, which looks so scary because you cannot take the queen
Hmm.
back. I take the bishop and I take the knight and I take the queen as well. It looks super scary, I think, to be in the Divya's shoes right now. But if she
Uh,
finds bishop a3 and she finds a follow up afterwards, I think she is gold.
do you want to start from start? I think we did not cover the first few moves, and let's do the opening as well, so you can explain them what the opening is and how it came to this position.
Sure, sure, sure. So we show Divya started with d4, d5, and I think this is quite normal for Hampeji. c4 and dc4, I'm guessing, was maybe the first, maybe not a full surprise, but a kind of a surprise I would expect because this is a very committal decision in the opening. This is called Queen's Gambit accepted, and Divya didn't budge. Yeah, she played. I mean, I'm guessing this was already in her preparation. She went e4, and
Mhm.
this is the most challenging line against the Queen's Gambit accepted. I'm sure if Shri was here, because Shri did a
Mhm.
course in Queen's Gambit accepted very recently for Chessable. It was a very very nice course, and he would agree also here that e4 is one of the most challenging moves here for Black. Black played e5, still I think very um, logical here. White goes knight f3, bishop b4 check, very much in mainstream theory so far. Knight c3.
Mainstream.
Now, as far as I remember, and my memory is a bit hazy here because I haven't played this line in a very very long time. But the last time I
Mm.
played it, I remember bishop d2 being the most popular move,
Natural.
most natural move, exactly. But she went knight c3, and I think this is still, we're still in mainstream territory.
Yeah,
I'm
theory.
looking at knight c3 is actually more popular than bishop d2 these days. Wow, I didn't even know that. So white goes knight c3, black goes knight f6, and already this looks very chaotic. I'm not gonna lie. Knight takes e5, black goes b5, and now bishop e2. This decision is quite interesting because now Divya says that
Mm.
here is my pawn, take it,
Mm.
which is not, and this is the first time that Humpy G thought in the entire game. So my guess is that bishop e2 was the move, sort of this home preparation that Divya had against Humpy G. So after bishop e2, black plays bishop b7, short castle, bishop c3, bc3, and knight takes c4. So I'm guessing that based on how this game has gone, I think Humpy G probably knows that Divya got the better hand in the opening, but
Mm.
now the next few moves are very critical. Because the position is really tactical, really dynamic. Because white, oh wow, she plays bishop a3. Amazing.
Wow,
Divya
she
on
actually took.
fire. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's go. Oh,
What
I wanted to
timing.
ask you, why is bishop b7 a mistake by is engine is showing it's a mistake.
I saw it's a
Is there
mistake,
any?
but I'm guessing it has some tactical, some very dynamic reasoning behind it. Because generally speaking,
Hmm.
bishop b7 is a normal move, and I'm guessing. So
Hmm.
see, when you are preparing this deeply, I mean, of course, at a world championship level, then you
Hmm.
are not really looking at भाई कि कंप्यूटर की बेस्ट मूव क्या है. You are looking at
Hmm.
rather कि what my opponent will think is the best move, what it looks the most natural, and that's not a good move. It has
True,
some
yeah.
deep reasoning behind bishop b7 why it's a bad move. Honestly, if I was
Hmm.
black here, I would play bishop b7 in a second because it looks so natural. That's
Hmm.
why you played
Yeah.
b5, right? You
Yeah,
to
yeah.
play bishop b7, of course. But the
Hmm.
computer says that you're supposed to take on e4 straight away. And when you castle,
Hmm.
bishop takes, pawn takes, knight takes. I mean, this looks insanely hard to play if you don't know the theory.
Yeah, true. And is it safe to say that they both are out of preparation? Because I think the time suggests that none
For
of
sure,
them
for sure. But
might
I
have
think
expected.
it's very easy to be Divya right now. It's much easier to
True.
be Divya right now than it
Divya
is to be.
than Black, yeah.
Yeah. Because Humpy G is struggling, I think, here. Because now Humpy G has to decide
Mm,
whether to take on c3 or not. Because you see,
true.
your pawn is, I mean, you're a pawn up. You cannot castle in this
Mm,
position. If you don't do
mm,
anything immediately, then you're just not gonna be able to castle, and you just have a pawn. So
true, yeah.
you just want कि भाई जितने भी pawns मुझे दे दो in exchange for
Mm,
my king safety. So you wanna capture everything
yeah.
here, which is not an easy decision.
I think Divya just gave the pawn in the cost of not letting opponents castle his king. I mean, castle king side. And I don't think Hampiji can castle queen side because of b5, right?
Absolutely, बिल्कुल सही बोला
There's
आपने.
no way. Yeah.
So there is, and also I see some crazy tactics around this bishop c4, bishop f7, which is actually a checkmate.
What, really?
Yeah. There are some bishop c4 queen, some bishop c4 bishop f7 ideas which could be possible. Bishop h5 is also a very dangerous threat in this position. Like Hampiji has like one bad move here by Hampiji can be lethal. Like the game is over. But
Oh, yeah.
I'm seeing in the chat some people are saying कि भाई Divya will win, but it's too early to say.
It's,
Of course,
yeah.
Hampage is a great defender. We're still in the
Hmm.
opening phase. Definitely, I would say Divya has won the opening battle, but there are two more battles left to be played. Yeah, which is the middle game and the end game. So I think it's going to be an
Hmm.
exciting match.
It is already. I thought this would be a boring draw, but they both are going. I mean, at least Divya is going for the kill. She is not, she does not want. And I
Divya
think she
is
had an amazing tournament. This one was,
Yeah,
Her best tournament
I
so
can't
far, right?
remember Divya. I mean, of course, the last round that she played in the semifinals was very very crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
If you look
Yeah.
at the bar, it's just doing just like वो जो
Dancing.
heartbeat वाला होता है ना कि it goes
Dancing
up
bar.
down up down up. It was very very crazy. But of course, that shows the nerves of the players. So it was very topsy turvy that specific
Hmm.
game. But yeah, she's having a spectacular and I love her chess here. I mean, she's so attacking. She's so dynamic. I mean, it's very refreshing to see her uh, uh,
Yeah.
play chess.
Oh, I think I remember in Olympiad, I think they were saying she's like a A4, H4 player. She always used to push A4 and H4
Yes,
pawns,
yes,
right?
yes, yes. Because she
She's
plays
known
this,
for that
she plays this
that
opening
attack.
called the King's Indian attack, and वहाँ पर you get
Okay.
this H4, H5, and it's
Oh.
crazy sacks on H6 pawn, and that's sort of her. It used to be a trademark opening when she was younger, but now of course she has
Oh.
expanded into different openings like D4 and E4, all of that. So yeah. Oh,
Hmm.
we have Anshika ji in the chat. Hello, hello, Anshika ji. Yes, I do remember my channel. Thanks to Nimisha ji, because if DQ didn't, then it would not be possible. So thank you so much to DQ.
Yeah, it's no, but I think this is too good of an event to not cover, especially when two Indians are in finals. That too for the first time, an Indian World Cup winner. We should definitely, I thought so. That's why I was pushing Sahaj a bit.
Bhai,
But
I actually forgot about the fact that there is going to be an Indian winner no matter what.
yes,
That
it's a
is
win-win for
crazy.
India.
That is crazy because also Humpiji played a fantastic game yesterday in the tie breaks. 2-0 she defeated Li Tingji,
Oh,
which was absolutely crazy. So
crazy. Yeah.
Nimisha,
Hmm.
can I ask you a question? So
Sure, yes.
why is F6 bad here?
Okay, let me see. Why is F6 bad here? Oh, just oh, this is classic. This what is it? Chess.com puzzle, yeah. F6, bishop H5, pawn pushes. You can take with knight, and pawn takes, and is that? It's not a
See,
mate yet, right?
the right answer is it's a golden pawn. It shouldn't be touched. You failed.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Ayo, no,
You don't.
there is a bishop H5 check, right? That's
Of
why.
course, yes. Bishop h5 check. I think you're 100% right. Bishop h5 check, g6, knight d6. You're completely correct, actually. Takes, and it's actually just a checkmate. Just goes to show how bad this position really is. This is why kids do not touch the golden pawn. Never. So,
No,
do
I
you.
think the classic chess.com puzzle is without bishop there, and you will win a rook. So that
True, true,
I'm
true. True, true. I remember that. I remember that. I remember
yes.
that.
Oh, and actually, Divya actually posted after last game. Apparently, sorry for increasing your heartbeat after
Oh,
her semi games.
yes. I was actually doing a chess camp and me and my students were watching. We had one laptop open and we were just
Okay.
watching this game and with every move the bar was just going up and down. So we were not focusing on chess, we were focusing on the game because it
The
was
bar.
so crazy. It was just
Oh,
going up.
she always makes sure to deliver a very exciting match,
Yeah,
I think.
100%,
But
100%.
kudos, man. Humpy ma'am is known for like playing longer formats, but her defeating D Tingju is actually crazy. That too, I think in tie breaks, right?
Yeah, 2-0 in the tie breaks if I'm not mistaken. It
So
was, yeah,
she was
2-0.
one of the stronger players in candidate, right? Li Tingju,
Yes, yes,
along
yes.
with Tanzangi. Yeah, I think
Yes,
they
yes.
both were fighting
Tanzongi
for
is a
first.
former she's a world champion or a World Cup challenger, is
Uh,
one of them.
no, she was a world championship challenger. No, she played
Yeah,
Zhou Enjun.
against
Yeah,
Ju Jun, yes.
Zhou Enjun. Yes, yes,
No, no,
yes.
no, no. Tanzongi is a former women's world champion. She's
Oh,
a
champion as well.
yeah, in 2017 and 2018. I actually remember reading up about this the other day. But yes,
Wow, I did not know that. Okay.
yeah. I
I
mean, the
mean,
Chinese
I think
players have
after
dominated chess, at least women's chess, since I mean, at least the World Cup
since
title since 2015, 2016. I think it's every year it's just been a Chinese player. First Hao Yifan, then Tan Zhongyi, then I think
mm,
it was there's one more player, and then there was Ju Wenjun.
you mentioned, okay, okay,
Li Tingji was the challenger,
Li
exactly.
Tingshi. Oh, oh, so crazy. Then them both getting knocked out in semis is actually amazing.
Exactly. Both of them. I mean,
Historical,
that
huh?
definitely was very refreshing to see both
Yeah,
players
new.
kind. I
Oh,
mean,
she goes back. I was gonna ask you about this move, okay? Why not knight goes back and you can castle? She plays knight d6, Humpy G.
knight to d6 played. Okay, it didn't update on my.
So
Oh,
that you
that's
can
a big
castle.
mistake apparently.
I was gonna ask you why is it a mistake? Because I can happily castle my king now.
Yeah, so I think her point is she wants to castle. It looks pretty logical.
Hmm.
Um, it's a mistake because again, for some tactical reason, I'm guessing. Apparently, knight c3 was stronger.
Engine already gave it. I think I'm thinking that is the line. Engine says bishop f3.
Mm-hmm.
You exchange, queen takes, and your rook is under attack, and
Yeah, and the rook
you
hangs and the
have to
pawn
move
on
the knight.
f7.
Yeah, and
So
I you can if you want, you can make the black to not castle somehow.
yeah, but I think black has to find the move queen c8 after bishop f3.
Hmm.
And actually, Nimesha,
Wait.
I think
Oh,
Divya
huh.
already has a draw if she wants, but of course she's not gonna go for it. But she
Go
has the
for it. Huh?
option because there is if you go bishop g4, Humpy G is forced to play
Hmm.
queen d8, and Divya can play bishop f3, and that would be a threefold repetition. But of course, Divya should
Oh,
not do
but
this
huh, I don't
because
think.
she's
Yeah.
in such a great position already.
I think she might already understand that Humpy is moving backwards with knights and all, so she might know that she's already in a good position,
Hmm.
better position.
I think so. I think she seems. I mean, much better. But yeah, for from
Okay.
Divya's side, it's it's a one move ka game. If you make one sort of hand move, like let's say h3 or something,
Hmm.
then already Hampiji starts to play for the win in this position because the reason why this is bad is because black has black's kick is super
Hmm.
unsafe, but within a
Unsafe, yeah.
one move it can become
Or
safe.
if okay, in this same position, if black is already castled, black is pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't need to worry much.
Yeah, that's why I think moves like bishop f3 they are threatening something, which means they
So
are not
black can't
allowing you to
castle.
exactly they're not allowing you to castle. So
Hmm.
you have to make direct moves here. So like checks, captures, threats, any move that kind of pushes um or sort of restricts black from castling is a good sign.
Oh, my chat says देखिए तो golden pawn पहले ही push कर देती है. I okay, for me, I don't know why I want to push f5. Okay, so e4, f4 is my thing. I don't know. And I
Ah,
always
so you like King's
uh
Gambit?
I don't know opening Sahaj.
King's Gambit. No, you
But
play e4, e5, and f4. E4, e5, and f4. It's like
no. But the problem is I start with d4.
you
That's
start
why
with
I'm still here.
if you
Yeah.
start with d4, then you shouldn't play f4. That's bad.
You won't believe I went on a bullet tilt and I lost like 200 rating yesterday. And always the trick I just showed you, right? That if you move f6 or f5, queen check comes and you lose your
Yeah,
rook.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Rook, I've lost that like at least 6 times yesterday.
Ooh, ooh,
And I did not learn. It was a
ooh.
tilt, bad tilt.
But now you
But
know,
yeah.
now you know the golden pawn, yeah, the golden pawn. You just try to not touch it unless it is for tactical reasons. You see, I asked Vishy sir this question actually
Mhm.
while we were commentating. I asked him,
Huh.
have you heard of something like a golden pawn ever before? He just looks at me like, what are you talking about? There's no such thing. There's no such thing. And I said, have you not have you then I tried to persuade him, then to ask him, there is the f pawn, it's some it's supposed to be very sensitive, you should not supposed to touch it. Like, yeah, this is true, but yeah, it's not there's nothing like this. So Vishy sir didn't approve of it,
Oh.
but
uh,
I can tell you, just don't touch it unless it's for a tactical reason.
If only I follow all the things from experience, I would already be 2000 and not be in 1700. So it's okay.
Have you played a actual OTB event yet?
No, I do want to try it. Which tournament should I start with?
I
Do you
think
have
some play
any
some
suggestions?
national blitz, national rapid. You can also stream those.
I
That's a lot of
know,
fun.
right? You have to travel though. That's what I
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
thinking.
yeah, yeah.
Or some local tournament or something that is at
Yeah,
least
my thing
first.
is that if you haven't played OTB, then classical might be a bit long for you. So that's why I'm
Oh,
saying play some
especially
rapid
me,
blitz.
bullet player would.
Exactly, rapid blitz में बहुत ज़्यादा मजा आता है.
That is true, yes. Oh, but OTP is much more different here. I have to practice it, I feel like,
Hmm.
because yeah, it's so difficult to see tactics and hanging things on a 3D board than a 2D board, like
Are
for
I
a
can tell you
player who has one.
when like for example, I see this at this level where if I'm trying to play Blitz OTB, I am
Hmm.
I'm trash. I'm complete trash. With Blitz OTB I can, because it's one thing to play on chess.com, right? You're just pushing,
Mhm,
you
yeah.
don't even press the clock, you just play. It's
Yes,
so
that is
easy
true.
to
Yeah.
make moves, but when you play OTB, especially Blitz, it's much harder, especially if you're used to playing
Mhm.
on chess.com.
And for a player who's a big beginner player who haven't played yet, OTB Blitz would be too difficult, I think,
Yeah, yeah,
because you have
rapid.
to manage. There are so many rules. You have to manage the clock.
Hmm.
To this Blitz would be tough. I think Rapid would be a good start.
Rapid could be nice, yeah. Rapid could be more interesting for sure. But yeah,
Mm.
by the way, just coming back to the game, besides
Mm.
bishop f3, there is also like so many other moves. There's rook e1, there's rook b1. Apparently, you can
Would
even
be
allow black to
wonderful.
castle, and still you're better.
Oh yeah, +1 for that, yeah. But okay, how what is the time format of this event? I haven't checked.
It's
Is it do they get increment
Yeah, yeah.
after?
I think it's not 140. Let me just, so I know I'm streaming, so I'm not
I
gonna.
feel like yeah, starting is 1 hour 40, and
Yeah,
I think
30-second increment. No,
yes, 30 seconds. Oh, for every move or after 40 move?
let me check that. One sec. I think that it starts with the first move, but let me just try. Yeah, yeah, it's from the first move. 90
Okay, it's
minutes.
from the first
Sorry,
move.
yeah, 140 it starts for the first 40 moves, then an
Hmm.
additional 30 minutes, and then you have 30-second increments from the first move. It's like a typical
Oh,
classical,
acha,
um,
normal classical format,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
typical
I've been
classical.
seeing that Divya is kind of getting into time trouble in the last few games as well, right?
Yeah,
Semis,
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
last
yeah.
match she was like 2 minutes for last 20 minutes or so. I think she was playing in minutes only.
Exactly, exactly. Because I mean, also in tie breaks, also it was. But against
Hmm.
Hareka, it was what a game, yeah. What a game.
Oh, I
Maza.
did not see that. Can you give us a quick recap on, I think, on the tournament? Did you find any interesting games or so?
Um, Interesting games. I would say her game against Harika was, I think, very, very impressive to me.
Hmm.
Both of, like, especially the tie breaks were really, really nice. Against Tanzongi also, it was quite nice. I would
Hmm.
say, but that game was, in that sense, वहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा ups and downs थे. But against Harika was, I think, was slightly
Oh,
better against
yeah.
her as well. But Harika ने कुछ mistake किया था. But
Acha.
overall, I think, yeah, Humpage is, playing it more solid. Like उनका chess
Hmm.
काफी solid है in comparison, and
Hmm.
she plays the long game. Like she's happy to go into tie breaks. At least that's what I feel. She's happy to go into
Hmm.
tie breaks. She's happy to play like a longer match, because I think that's where experience shows the most. But Divya, on the other hand, is that, just absolute
Hmm.
massacre on the board. मतलब वो, she will just kill you. So it's a,
True, yeah. Now, how much do you think like having white first makes impact on them? Like Divya got first white, so if she brings it a win, it is a must win for Humpiji tomorrow, right?
yeah, I think it puts more pressure on Hampeji. I think it also puts more
Mm.
pressure on Hampeji to score, to have a draw. If from the white side, if you make a draw, then still
Mm.
you all, the only instructions you have is don't lose, but you already know
Mm.
that.
Yeah,
उससे
yeah.
कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा आपको. So So
Mm,
I think it's more pressure for someone who plays black, but but that's just my
that's
take
true.
on this. That's just my
Yeah,
take.
I feel like whoever gets white first is gonna get a boost because, like, if they win, though, it's a massive boost
Mm-hmm.
because the must win is puts other person into like huge trouble and huge pressure on them.
Mm-hmm. No, no, for
And
sure.
but again, if you get a draw with a black on the first game, you would be super happy, and you have a white next day, so you won't need to worry so much.
Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah, in this position, I think it's gonna be huge advantage for Divya if she wins this. It's a huge this also, right? What is it? क्या
So, bhai,
बोलते हैं?
let's actually do this. So,
Hmm.
chat for you as well, for DQ's chat as well.
Hmm.
Who's gonna win the Women's World Cup Finals? DQ, you as well. DQ, सबसे पहले आपसे question. No, sorry to put you on the
I
spot.
you should answer this first.
No,
Okay,
sorry to
see,
put you on the spot, but right now we need an
I
answer
think
right
I
now.
think everyone's kind of rooting for Divya
Everyone's
because
kind of rooting for Divya.
thoda
Okay,
biased
okay, thoda bias.
because
Chat.
she gets her grandmaster title with this game with this win.
Ah,
Did you
okay.
know she'll be
Yeah, of
she
course.
if she already got a norm, but if she wins the World Cup, she'll get a grandmaster title. That's a huge achievement for her,
That is, of
apart
course,
from also getting a World Cup title.
of course, of course.
And I think it's the time for youngsters to shine as well. Gukesh already proved that
Mm-hmm.
he became world champion at such a young age, and I think Divya might also. But also Humpy has experience. If it kind of goes to tie breaks, it can go either way. But if it doesn't go, it
So,
slightly favors Divya more.
DQ says Divya is going to win because there is some recency bias.
Wow, nice way to put it, Sahaj. Nice way to put it. I'm going to ask you questions. Chat, bring up questions that we can put Sahaj on spot as well.
And my chat, bhai, what do you think? I can see one person saying Humpy ji.
Yes, I
Who do you
also
think? By
see
looking
like
at the
two people
position, it's hard to kind of not say it's not going to be
say,
Divya
yeah.
because I think she has like very close to objectively a winning position. I would say very close.
Hmm.
If I put this position on like a very strong engine, I'm sure it would be a +2. So I think she might already be winning. Yo Devang bhai, what's up?
You tell Sahaj, who are you picking to win?
Who am I picking? Who am I picking? I am
Hmm.
picking. Yeah, I'm picking Humpy ji. I'm picking Humpy ji. I not because of anything. It's just
Oh,
I feel like
wow.
Humpy ji is you know
Wait, what bias you said to
there
me?
is no bias here.
What bias?
The reason why I'm saying Humpy ji is because, and of course, this is my opinion. So why I'm saying Humpy ji because in a tournament like this, I think experience matters a lot. Because she has played a lot of World Cups, she's been a world champion, she's played a
That's
lot of
true.
world championships.
Yes.
So
Yes.
she knows how to handle her nerves really well. And कल पिछला game जो आप दिव्या का देखो, I mean of
Uh,
course she's a spectacular player, but how the bar was dancing, that's not normal. So I feel that is something that can happen, like that can happen
hmm.
here as well, because in such an event, hath your hands are shaking. You're when you're making a move,
That's
especially when
true.
you're
Yeah.
close to when you're close to a win, your hands shake, and that can be yeah, that can be a bit dangerous.
That is true. But do you think Divya kind of has no pressure also because it's her first time and she'll have many more chances to get there again?
Yes, of
Uh,
course, of course. That's another thing as well. But I think
hmm,
winning the World Cup is one thing. Both of these players have already qualified for the candidate, so
can be
it's
so.
like
Yeah.
the main thing is World Championship, right? I mean, it would be great to see Divya
Hmm,
actually playing the World Championship as well. बहुत
actually,
बहुत मजा आएगा वहाँ पे.
that would be
Um,
amazing. Yeah.
Imagine now Divya takes the Gukesh path, yeah? She plays the candidates, wins the candidates,
Oh,
and then
that would be
challenges
crazy.
Ju and June, again and again a
That
Chinese player,
again. Yeah.
you know. And then she, just wins that as well. That would be what a story that would be. इस पे तो Netflix series होना चाहिए.
Yeah, because two Indians getting the same path, being in the same path,
Exactly. Two Indians on the same
should
path
be
and
crazy.
both defeating, the sort of like, the reigning world
Hmm.
champion from China. It can be
Hmm. China,
it's a
yeah.
nice story. It's a nice story. We just
It's
need
a
a
nice story to tell to the coming generation, at
exactly.
least.
There can be, we just need a Fabi to draw the game in a winning position. That's what happened in candidates, no? So we just need a female
Wow.
Fabi to draw the game. No, that was
Wow. Okay, that was really sad. You have to agree.
yeah. For Fabi it
Okay,
was.
as happy I was for Gukesh, I was super sad for Fabi. Nepo, did you see the video where Nepo says I'm sorry and he says
Yeah. I remember.
it's my bad. You don't need to be or something. And it
I
was actually,
was
huh?
I was so sad actually because I mean, we were doing this ear gambit. I don't know if you know this. We do this a
Yeah.
lot.
I know. Yes.
And
Yeah.
Samay was there as well, and we were doing ear gambit for Fabi to draw the game. And then wo ho
So
gaya, then
Sahaj,
I felt
it
so,
was.
so, so sad about that.
I think there are few clips in chess world that makes anyone feel bad. I think one is Nepo losing against Ding in the last game or something where
Yeah.
he is so distracted
The
and
one
he
with the
takes
pieces,
pieces.
yeah?
Yes,
Yes, I
that
know.
in this Fabi's video, oh, it's all sad.
Very
Like
sad.
everything else apart, but those are, yeah.
Hmm. Okay, my chat is asking after Queen C8, what exactly is Humpy G aiming for here? So I think what you're
Mm.
asking is if White goes Bishop. Oh, by the way, Bishop F3 Queen C8 played. It's already on the board.
Eight,
Why
yes,
is this
yes,
board
played,
not
yeah.
loading? Okay, I've just refreshed it on my end. Hopefully, it shouldn't be a problem. So we have Bishop F3 and Queen C8. Now I think she wants to castle, right, DQ? She wants to
Oh, yeah. I think Hampiji's thing is as soon as possible she wants to castle, so. But Engine is suggesting bishop g4 to threat again, to
But I
create a
think
threat
that's a
again.
repetition. So if you go a bit deeper, like Bishop G4, Queen D8, White has to go Bishop F3, sort of back. I
Oh,
mean,
then
it's
it,
just saying कि
okay.
एक बार repeat कर लो and then you can play something else,
Then,
like for example Rook B1 or something. But
hmm,
now if we think about it, maybe the evaluation has dropped a lot for Humpy, but there is a silver lining. The silver lining is that her king is gonna be safe now. So if we look at the follow
true.
up from the white side, black should play queen c8. Let's say white goes rook b1 in this position. Black goes short castle. White takes on d6. Black takes on d6. And apparently white has to go rook b5 in this position. Bishop f3 and queen. Oh my god, actually, I was gonna say that this looks better than the position they have, but it's like a static advantage, not like a dynamic
Oh
one.
my God,
But it looks
that's
so
actually
bad.
crazy. Wait, you're taking with the queen. So you still can't take because your rook is hanging.
Exactly. Your rook hangs,
Wow,
so you
that's
have to put
amazing,
your
actually.
knight somewhere, then the knight joins in.
Maybe knight d7.
Yeah, knight d7, and the knight joins into c6, attacking knight e7 check. And it's only a matter of time, I think, before one of these pawns just completely falls, whether it's the d6 or the c4
And the
pawn.
pawn. Already, I think pawns are equal. The move you are showing, I think that Humpy no longer has a extra pawn.
Yeah. And now she's going to lose. And one pawn is definitely going to get taken. And let's not also forget about the poor placement of the pieces. Like the queen on c8 is really bad. The rook on 8 literally has no squares. The other rook on f8 is
Mm,
bad. It can join with rook e8, but there are no entry points, I think, here for black anyway. So
mm.
it doesn't make sense for. I mean, of course, you
And
have to play rook e8, push comes to shove. You have to do something, but this does not look nice for Hampiji, I
and I
would say
think
right
most
now.
of all, the knight is just super active for white.
Yeah, this
If,
knight
if the knight
is.
sits on c6, I think it's stopping all the rook moves, right?
Hmm. Yeah, this knight is actually insane. So, I mean, Queen C8 is played now. I mean, the only thing that I think Divya should be careful about here is her time. I feel because I already feel that having 42 minutes on move 11 is not a good sign.
11.
Doesn't matter
Yeah,
the position. It's not the and unless the
that
position
is
is super
true.
complicated. Like if this was an any other game, I don't think Divya would have
Mm,
played this slowly. So this is what I mean. Like
mm.
when I think the nerves are starting to kick in because she knows she's better, and उस moments पे you'd have no control over yourself, and that's not
That's
the
true.
right thing.
And it's still a double-edged position, right? One bad move and anything can go wrong.
Yeah,
Like
Divya, I don't think she can go wrong with just one move here. She needs
mm,
more than one move. But yeah, I would say maybe this move Rook B1 is not the easiest because
mm.
you're not. And also, if we think about it, Nimisha, here after queen c8 rook b1 short castle, like, would you want to play bishop d6? Because right now you're just thinking about how active this bishop is. I have this full control over the dark squares, and I'm just gonna sack that simply to get the pawn back. I don't know if that's an easy decision to make for anyone. So I think that's also, so it is easy for her to go wrong here as well
Mm.
for Divya.
But how will she even move forward, right? Rook b1, short castles, and what else? Bishop d6 is the best move they're
You can
saying.
just chill here. You can just play rook e1. ठीक है, आप move खेलो.
Yeah,
It's this is what you
rook
normally do in
e1.
these positions. Like, when your
Mm.
opponent has a bad position, you give them a lot of options, because it's very hard to choose between two bad moves. Because you cannot decide which is more bad than than the two of them. There is a dialogue, I think, in I don't know if you know it, in Once Upon a Time in Mumbai. I don't know if you've seen that movie. There is a dialogue there exactly like this. Chat में अगर किसी को पता होगा, massive respect to you. But yeah, it applies to chess as well. Like, it's easy to choose. The dialogue goes, I'm gonna say it in English. It's easy to choose between good and bad, but it's very hard to choose between bad and bad. It kind of
Hmm.
applies here as well.
True. Engine is at one point showing that h4 could be a move after rook b1 and short castles. Do you think we'll see it?
Rook
The
b1,
classic
castle, and h4. Oh my god. See if
classic Divya move that is. But I don't
see
think she'll risk it that much in this at this high stake. Do you think, or will she go all out? She'll be like, no, this is me
You
playing.
see,
So
DQ, I think if a move like h4 is still so much better for you, that's a very
better
bad sign
is
for black. That's a horrible sign for black.
because yeah, engine is suggesting h4 at this position means it
The
is,
coach
and it's still
B.
+6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. This looks scary. Yeah,
And
this.
black has to castle, right? There's no other move for black.
Yeah, there is no other move. So after queen c8, this is the current position that's being played. I think the are still thinking rook b1 is the best move according to the engine. Short castle only move, and then h4 DQ suggesting, which I think is, I honestly
Mm.
like h4 more than the computer's best recommendation, because h4, it looks so depressing actually to play as black here.
That is true. And
Are
I
you,
think
मेरी
mm,
chat में किसी ने पूछा, are you following esports world cup, DQ?
I haven't. Are you? Who are you rooting for an esports World Cup? Someone suggested I should ask you that question.
Who am I rooting for? Prague.
Yeah, Nihal or Prag.
Prague
Ach-
for
Okay.
sure. I'm not very closely following. I tried
Yeah.
to follow some streams, but
Mm.
every day I'm doing a camp these days, so I didn't really have
Okay.
much
Huh.
time
Seems so busy. Yeah.
to watch. But yeah,
Hmm.
Sahil and them are doing
I know. Yeah. Sony Pay. They're doing
they're
the
doing they're
yeah.
covering it on Sony.
I
Yeah.
think that's the reason they're not streaming today, right? Otherwise, just Come
Yeah,
India would
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
covered this event
Most likely,
definitely.
Chesscom India will have a stream. By the way, chat. Most likely we will have a stream tomorrow for the second match
Hmm.
of the World Cup. Most
Oh,
likely.
that's lovely. Hmm. Tomorrow is rest day for them or
No, 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 no.
something like that.
Tomorrow I think is not a rest day. मतलब tomorrow is the second round ना, दो round होते हैं. कल rest day
Not
है क्या?
इनका No, esports World Cup का.
Esports World Cup का होगा, right?
अच्छा हाँ हाँ okay okay
Someone said
yes.
Hans in the chat. They're rooting for Hans. Let's go, भाई.
Let's go.
Hans तो मतलब यार, Hans
Bro,
full support.
I watched this some take interview of them who's most likely to. It's such a fun video. You should
Oh,
watch it if
I
you
saw
haven't.
it. The one where Vidit and Hans are
Vidit
together.
and Hans are
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yes,
and
yes.
and and something about they asked who do you think is gonna be world champion, and Hans says me, and Vidit
Yeah.
says no one, and Hans says I'm a bit younger. I'm much younger. So and then then Vidit says I've played you, so I know. Literally, he said that on the.
I did not go into that long of
By
the video.
If
Initially,
anyone
just
hasn't checked that video out, go check it out. It's
you should, you
amazing.
should. It's actually very, very fun video.
Yeah.
I watched like I think it was a very long video, so I watched almost like 75% of it.
Hmm.
But I couldn't stop like giggling or smiling because it is very fun. Oh,
Hmm.
it's a take video of who's most likely DK. I
Yeah.
think it was pushed by algorithm to me a lot. It was
Yeah.
Vidit
Yeah.
and Hans in red suits.
It was pushed.
And
I think I watched it 2 days ago or so. It was pushed
yeah,
for me as well. Yeah.
like yeah, since it got released, I think I was getting it in my feed every day whenever I open YouTube. So I
Oh
like I
wow.
had to watch it, and
Wow, wow, wow. Crazy.
it is fun.
By the way, Divya's time is looking very, very, very scary to me.
Oh, 36 minutes,
36
and on
minutes.
it's just move 11.
Yeah. I mean, clearly at this point you're not thinking, you're just overthinking. You जो भी सोचना था वो आप सोच चुके हो. But now it's nerves, I think.
Yeah, it's only 11, and I think she can still like not get into a very bad position, right? Even time trouble, maybe.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope
Because
so.
all bad moves one can think of in this position, except from apart from blundering pieces,
Mm-hmm.
are still advantage for white. Like whatever, h4 is still advantage.
Yeah, yeah, H4 is advantage. Someone
Exchanging the bishop to knight is also advantage. So
definitely, and someone in the chat is also recommending the move Rookie 1, and I think it's Manan.
hmm.
Manan bhai, I think Rookie 1 is correct, but I think after short castle you're gonna play Rook B1 anyway. So it's like you have three moves in this position: Rook B1, Rookie 1, and H4. Right? You can play them in any order you want, and you're still gonna be better. That's how good the position is for Divya so far. Sahaj sir, if
uh,
you read this message with my name, you will be world champion one day. Yeah,
I don't.
even I am not sure if there is even I don't want to read his name now.
अभी नहीं होगा तो क्या बोलेंगे भाई रियलिस्टिक वंस बोलते हैं यार
Hmm.
हाँ
Uh,
तो like okay do you actually okay let me ask controversial time guys wait
what?
what
So that's what she was thinking about. So that is what she was
what
thinking about. Knight takes c4. Apparently it's a blunder,
because
but it's
b into
okay.
c4
Let's address the before people panic
hmm.
that she's still slightly better. The position is not the position was really really good for her, but now it's not winning. It's kind of equalish. Um, and I think this is what she was thinking about. So
Hmm.
black can go bc4. Now question is, what did she think about here, DQ? I'm guessing rookie one check.
Do you think rookie one check हाँ to not castle let them castle
Yeah, so rookie one check. Black goes king to d8, and then
d8 and not f obviously
king
yeah
d8
okay
because I think if you go king
yeah,
d7,
f8
then you have this some bishop g4 check ideas which might hurt your
check
queen king,
no
and
no
also
no
king
yeah
d7
yeah
puts the king a bit in the center. You want to keep it as safe as possible. So
as
king
safe as
d8,
possible
but check this out, DQ. White plays queen e2, okay, and now rook e8.
hmm.
Now can you guess the best move for white here, DQ?
uh, rookie 8 Uh, is it okay? I feel like is it kind of
Yeah, 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 yeah. It is, it is, it is.
sacking the
Yeah.
rook, sacking the queen? Are we
Yes,
sacking the
sir.
queen?
Yes, sir. DQOP. We have queen takes e8 check, which actually works in this position because you're getting the queen back in the next move. So black plays knight takes e8,
Ah,
bishop
okay.
e7 check, black goes
Hmm.
king d7, bishop g4 check, attacking the queen. Black
Oh yes,
black moves the
that
king,
and
you take this, and black takes this. So my question
oh,
is,
you're getting it back. Yes.
but do you, if we look at this final position, right? We have
Hmm.
what? We have a rook for a bishop and a knight, and all of the pawns are equal. So why
Hmm. And
did
Humpage is again +1 now.
it shows zero
Like
zero zero
she,
for me?
yeah.
It shows zero
Wow.
zero zero for me, but apparently the position is equal. But it doesn't make sense to go from that position to this position because here
Hmm.
you had the momentum, you had the initiative, you had those dark squares. Black's king was unsafe. So many things were in your favor, but यहाँ पे I feel black is more or less fine, and it is white who has to be
Hmm.
super precise. So
And
maybe
with that low for time, it's scary.
definitely, definitely very very scary. I'm actually very curious to know what exactly did she
Hmm.
think about here.
That is true, yeah.
That
Oh,
is,
we were saying any move can be good, and suddenly it all changed.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
The dynamics have changed. Yeah.
exactly. Looks very, very
No,
scary.
she takes it instantly. Like I think few minutes. I think she spent like a minute and a half or so. Humpiji,
Wow.
and I think this is what Humpiji was hoping for. It's like a dream come true, right? You were in such bad position trying to defend all your squares, and suddenly one night move, and yeah, she must be super
Yaar,
happy on this.
I wish we could see. I wish we could see Divya's face right now, because I think there is either this super confidence in her face, that she's going to win the game, or she just realized
Or
that she
she
messed up really
realized.
badly. It's either 100 or a zero. It can't be in the middle. So it would be so
Hmm.
nice to see how she is how she's reacting here.
Yeah, I'm trying to check, but huh.
Okay, chat saying
Do you
Rook
think
e1
people
looked.
bluff?
Yeah, yeah, sorry. Please repeat.
Do you think people bluff on the camera, like on the face?
Arey, Hikaru does
Like,
that, no, all the time, all the time.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But he even admitted in that video when the one he
Yes,
was.
yes, that's what I
Yeah,
was going to ask. I
yeah.
think Hans also said, and everyone said that. Hikaru does it a lot.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think, but yeah, definitely she missed something, and I think now this is a bad sign for Divya in this way, because she just thought for 15 minutes about a sacrifice, which and something and she missed something. The advantage has slipped away, but I don't know if she knows that right now or not. But when the position goes from winning to a draw, I mean, I don't know about you, DQ, but I can tell you from my experience that when the
No, Mama.
position goes from winning to draw, you're not thinking about winning.
Hmm.
You're thinking ke bhai, sorry, you're not thinking about draw, you're just thinking ke I want to win, so you over push as much as possible, and then
So
you
it
make another
is.
mistake.
So what you say is it's super difficult to change the momentum. She has
Exactly.
been thinking she has. I mean, she still might be thinking she has a great position and over push it. Now
Exactly.
the question, like, how much toll does it fall on a person who loses from white in
uh
in on the first game? It is brutal,
It
right?
is brutal, yeah. It is brutal, and you don't want to go into a World Cup finals losing the first. I mean, of course, there is no chance. I think that she will lose. I think still it's a long, long road ahead. Lots
Yeah.
of mistakes to be made. So we don't
Hmm.
know. By the way, in the chat, someone asking why not bishop takes f3. So bishop takes f3. There is just queen takes f3. I was thinking, and you're losing the a8 rook. Another thing is I can just play knight d6, cd6, and queen f3 anyways, and still this is attacked. So you cannot castle. So you have to play something like knight c6, and then I'll give you this really nice check. And once you move your king, you'll never be able to castle. So matlab this would be very, very
Hmm.
dangerous for Humpy G here. So that's why she went
The line you
d4.
said is happening. Rookie one.
Oh, we're gonna see a queen sack incoming.
Oh, but Indian was suggesting queen e2 just a bit before
Yeah, but I
instead
think
of
they
rookie
transpose
one.
DQ. They are transposing, because if I play
It's
king
the same
d8,
thing. Yeah, it,
yeah, you have to
next
play
is
queen e2.
actually. King d8 is the best move. So.
But question is, you see, if you think about it, okay, without looking at the engine, if you think about it, you are in
Hmm.
one way we are taught that the king should be safe. Now, king d8 is keeping the king in the center, whereas king f8
Hmm.
is keeping the
Hmm.
king safe. So
Oh,
and
but
very oddly in this position, keeping the king safe is a bad move.
bad move. I think because of the bishop on a3, right? It's been. Do you think is it?
Yes, yes,
Why
for
is it
sure.
so bad?
Probably there is some queen e2 and some queen e7 check ideas. I'm assuming she
Ah,
calculated
yes.
this pretty deeply.
Hmm.
Um, when she was thinking about this position for so long.
So, as a grandmaster, do you think is it a natural move to play king d8 and not f8 here?
I think there are no natural moves here. Like when your king is under
Hmm.
attack, you for all the logic is out of the window. You're only thinking about how can I save my king, and you try to be
Hmm.
as direct, as tactical as possible, because one mishap from your side can be very lethal.
GG's.
Yeah, can be GG's exactly. So, but now I think Hampage is thinking, because probably the hand move is king f8, because that keeps the king safe, but probably she senses something is wrong there.
Yeah.
And you are
And
right.
also,
That bishop
Divya's
on
attack is
a3.
direct, right? She wants to double on the e file, and
Hmm.
King D8 also allows the rook to get into the game, whereas King F8 is gonna cement the rook inside
Yeah, yeah,
for quite some
exactly. Man,
time.
that's a great point there, DQ. I didn't even think
Mm,
about that. But I was thinking कि भाई King F8 के बाद I will play some G6, King G7, but somehow
mm,
I don't know. I feel like that's too much time. And also, your rook is blocked, as you said. Yeah, I mean,
mm.
all of Black's pieces are not doing amazing. She just made a
Did
move.
she place it?
No,
Oh my gosh,
no,
really? Really? We just
no.
wow.
That's a blunder. That's a big blunder.
Wow.
No.
Okay. Oh, it was
Wow.
kind of
So
she
the
got a
blunder
chance,
paid
and
off.
yeah, it's kind of like a bluff at this point. She can say it was all my plan, part of my plan.
But why?
Wow. Okay, that is.
People are saying, but why is this a bad move? So why this is a bad? I mean, so there is no like general explanation for a move like this, because this is pure calculation, pure tactics. So king on f8, I'm assuming lands into some problems. I'm guessing some back rank problems for the king, and black is not
Mm,
able to get out. I'm a bit
mm,
surprised Hampiji played this quickly, this move, because rook e1 check, you
yeah.
choosing between d8 and f8 is a, I mean, it's a pretty vital decision in this position. So I think I would
Mm,
have expected her to think a bit more. Um,
true.
but the blunder paid off.
Maybe
Maybe
she
nobody
might be
wanted that queen
scared.
exchange, DQ, the
Yeah.
queen sack.
Queen sack, and also it maybe it might be scary because D and E king might not be safe. Like she might have thought rook and queen are looking down on the king, and
Could be, could
she
be.
just wants to get out of the sight of them. But oh, now I think queen e2 is the best move.
Queen e2
You
is
know,
the
there are
best.
only two moves. They say queen e2 is the best move. Bishop into b7 is decent, like it goes back to bar goes down completely,
Yeah,
and anything
0.27.
else is black better or something like that.
So for some reason, taking on b7 and then playing queen e2 is bad, but playing queen e2
Mm,
directly is good. So
mm,
what is the reason for that? Okay, let's actually go a bit deeper here, DQ. So let's say white goes queen e2, right?
mm,
Black, and now I'm threatening queen e7 check. I cannot allow
yeah,
queen e7. Queen on the seventh rank is, so we say rooks on the seventh rank are dangerous. Imagine a queen on the seventh rank. So
queen is, yeah.
we cannot expect that, right? We cannot accept that. So we'll go knight c6. I mean, anything is
Mm,
better here for white. There's d5. Wow, this looks so scary. I'm not even sure what she thought about
d5,
here.
wow, okay. And d4. What? Engine is
Exactly,
suggesting
knight
after
d4.
like,
Like, this is the type of move which,
what?
when you're thinking about it in a game and you see knight d4, you're like, ye nahi, ye to nahi chalega. So you'll just go to the next move. So I just did the same thing. I saw knight d4. I was like,
What?
no, 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 ye to nahi chalega.
Yeah.
But
So
wow,
for people
big.
who don't know, queen e2 is such good move because it is gonna be a back rank mate, I think.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So
Because
let's make a
knight is
random
pinned,
move. Let's say
so
like a6. Then
a6 and queen e2 and king moves inside, and it is a mate. Oh, it's not a mate.
no, no, you
Wait,
take the knight
how do you
first.
know?
You take the
Acha,
knight
you're
first.
taking the knight first, and knight has to, and then it's a mate.
Yeah. So
Okay.
king f8 be a practical choice to avoid tactics even if it delays development. Um, so I think in such positions, like, practical choice is the one you've calculated the most. So as I said, the rules are good to know, like, keeping the king safe, keeping your pieces active, those things are good to know. But when your king is unsafe, that's the most important thing, and you have to do everything to defend that, and even if it means breaking the rules of chess, that also, um it's something you have to do. But yeah, puzzle rush moment. Correct. What is the prize money? Do you
No,
know? It's 100.
I don't know.
I think for the
K
second place
doll.
it's 100K and $100,000, and for the
Oh,
first place 130 or something. I don't quote. I
hmm.
don't. I'm not 100%. I know it's 100K for top two for
Acha.
sure. I checked that, which is great.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's still crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, but I'm gonna ask you. Okay, so earlier we saw knight c4 was a blunder by Engine. Why is king f8 an inaccuracy and or a mistake and not a blunder?
It's a good question. So knight c4
Like
went from
we can
1.
clearly see clearly that it is completely losing.
Yeah, king f8 should be a blunder as well. Maybe because king f8 is the second best move of the engine. If you look at the
Uh,
the preference, king d8 is number one, king f8 is number two, and if you go to knight c4, what Divya played,
mm,
that's not probably in the top five or top six. So maybe that's
Six moves.
maybe that's
Mm.
the reason. But these are the things that Sahil can explain much better because he's a chesscom guy.
Wow.
He's a chesscom guy. I'm just
Commentator on chess.com.
hey, but I'm not a technical guy on chess.com. It does not lose
Oh,
material.
they say it's $50,000 for winner and 35,000 for runner-up.
I'm pretty sure I saw 100K somewhere.
And
I could be
do you
wrong. I
think
could
whole
be wrong. Don't
prize
quote me.
pool
Don't quote
could
me.
be 100K?
I
Prize
could be
pool could
wrong.
be 100K.
I could be wrong, but yeah. So
Hmm.
50K for the first prize, 35K for the second. Yeah, that's correct.
Second prize, yeah.
मैंने कोई वीडियो देखा था इसका कुछ टाइम पहले which said
Acha.
something like this, but I could be wrong. Okay, so now 26 minutes for Divya in a +2 position on
Oh,
move
I just
13.
opened this to see, and Divya seems a bit worried on her cam. I wanted to see the rules of it,
Ooh.
and the
Wait, so we
cam
can do
popped up
this, huh? We
on.
can watch her on stream. We can tell people how she's acting. Oh my god, look at her reaction.
We are driving people away from our stream,
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah,
Sahaj.
yeah. No, no.
No,
No, chat, stay here to look at our reaction, the on watching Divya.
we are reacting to reactions. Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think the whole prize pool is not even no. I don't know.
Yeah. So basically, just
It's
coming
an
back to the game, Queen E2 is the best move for white and the only move for white that gives an advantage, that gives a winning position.
advantage. Yes, winning position.
Only
And
one.
oh, I'm scared about Divya's time. It's 25 minutes, and
Hmm.
it's only move 13 happened. That's it.
Move 13. I really think that Divya is gonna struggle with time because +2 is not convincing enough to me. Like even if it's a
Yeah.
+2 position, you still need a bit of time to because there's a lot of pieces on the board. Of course, Hampiji is
Mhm. Oh,
gonna
she doesn't take it. She
no.
goes, oh my.
Oh.
And see, this you said, right? +2 is convincing when any move is +2. This is so brutal that only one move is +2
Wait,
and
wait, wait.
everything else is gone.
I'm curious because King F8, she took Bishop B7 because probably she didn't like Bishop F3. So I'm just gonna go a bit deeper here, DQ. So let's say Queen
Hmm.
E2, Black plays Bishop takes F3. Did she miss Bishop D6 here? Because the I goes to Queen E7 check here. I would be very shocked here if that's the case because Bishop B7 is.
Oh, Queen E7 check there.
Yeah, I don't
Wait,
understand why
what?
you would go. People who are saying this is practical, Gaurav, by I don't like. I
No,
don't think
no,
Bishop B7 is that practical. I think Queen E2 would have been way more practical, like straight away, because you
no.
are
Once again, Sahaj.
attacking, right? You are attacking,
Hmm.
and you are attacking with an extra piece if there is a bishop on the board. So
Can you repeat the line once again? I think the moves have happened.
So I was saying King F8 ke baad, there is Bishop
Hmm.
B7, Queen B7, Queen E2 is what she played. But
Hmm.
to me, Queen E2 feels more logical because we are the ones, white is the one who's creating an attack, and
Yeah,
exchanging the bishops means there is one less piece to attack.
yeah,
So for me, that would have been much more logical.
sure.
But
Yeah.
I think that these are the nerves combined with probably looking at her time situation. I think this is all playing out in a really
Hmm.
exciting ways for us, but not exciting for
But
the
yeah,
players
for
for sure.
them, I think they would be beating themselves up if they see the engine and evaluation later after the game, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Crazy.
Going losing such huge. Hmm.
Also, just to let everyone know, यहाँ पर Queen E2 के बाद there is Knight C6, which is the only move to save
Yeah,
the game. It stops Queen E7 check from Black, and Black is pretty much safe, at least for the
उसके
time being.
बाद
So Knight
again.
C6, White plays D5. Acha,
Hmm.
DQ, it's not that simple, yeah, because after D5, Black has to accept or just leave the knight here on c6 and play
and
a
put
move like
h5.
h5 is not easy, no?
Yeah. Oh,
It's
wow.
not easy.
I was gonna say again the blunder paid off by Humpy.
Yeah, h5 is not easy. H5 is definitely not easy. So she can mess up here. I think
H5 or H6, they say, and that's it. Any other?
h6. I would play h5 rather in this position because at least I can get my rook out via h6 and because
Hmm.
this is sort of that artificial castling. You know, I'm not sure if you've heard this
Yeah.
term before, but it's
Yes.
like
I
artificial castling. No, it's not exactly the
Isn't it
same.
like a G6 and G7 and then rook out? That is kind of artificial
Yeah,
casting,
when
no?
you the king just finds its way to g8 and the rook finds
G8,
its way
yeah.
to like e8 or
Get
f8.
out of,
Yeah,
yes.
that's artificial castling.
Hmm. So I want you to, okay. So knight C6 and D5, and you do H5, and why not just takes is not good. Why?
Takes on c6. Someone in the chat also
Hmm.
asked this question. White takes
Hmm.
c6, black takes on c6, and suddenly black is completely fine. There is no danger. I can just get my
Oh.
rook out to h6 or play like rook e6, bring
Oh.
the other rook to e8, and the king is fully safe. There's not enough pieces
Oh,
left on the
yeah.
board. You know, if there were, let's say, two knights or
Oh.
one bishop extra in this position, then this king could be classified as unsafe. But
Hmm.
now that king is completely fine because there's no one to attack it. So I think Hampichi has to find. I think h5 is a very difficult move though. If she finds h5, then I
Hmm.
think she's good.
Yeah.
So DQ, does this mean that your prediction is changing?
We will still have to find out because I think both of the players are still blundering and the bar is still dancing. So
Ah, okay, 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 okay,
yeah,
okay.
and it's first game only. So whoever wins today or like a draw doesn't define the game, or
Yeah, 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 of course, of
it
course.
could put a mental, like it can take a mental toll on the person. But I don't think it's good that see that's best of youngsters. Yeah, they can
Hmm.
easily brush off the games and move forward than
Of course, of course, of course.
thinking about.
And I mean, you can kind of see the nerves just being played out here because it's
Yeah,
like her move pe the bar is dancing just like it was
yeah,
last time. Yeah, so this is not a
yeah.
coincidence. I think the players are just super, super. Yeah, I mean, it's a tense situation for both players, and
Mm.
also there's a lot of money on the line as well. 50K is a lot.
True, yeah. And it is a big moment for both of them also. Being a first World Cup winner from India women's side is
Yes,
actually a
of
big
course.
title to get. And I think Divya has more on the line to also become a grandmaster.
Mm-hmm.
So it is nerve-wracking, not only
So
for us, but also for them.
so for DQ for you, what is the what would be more important? The GM
Or the money.
title, 50K. I'm just gonna wait
I would,
after
okay.
I'm gonna wait after 50K and or the chance to play the world championship.
Hmm.
As a woman, what do you
Uh,
think would be the what would you like the
okay,
most?
she did play knight c6, by the way.
Oh, she did
Getting,
play, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So what do you think?
Okay, for me, I think it's she plays d5 instantly. For me,
She
I think smaller goals at once. Yeah, I would, if I was in a position, I would want to first win this. And hey, getting a grandmaster title is crazy. Okay, so
so you would
that,
go for the GM title,
I mean, the
or you
other thing is
would
a bonus, right? You would get it anyway without.
what about the chance to play the world champion? What about chance to play the world championship match?
Hey, that is a
You see,
big
you see, you
bet. Okay.
see.
No, I'm saying that is a big bet. You can win or not, but this you're getting $50K. Okay, it's not rupees as well.
Yeah,
And a grandmaster title. So that is a huge thing. It can boost up, uh, give your give you more monetary benefits that you can play more tournaments, you
you
can
can
travel
upgrade
more.
your setup, of course.
Me, first I should use my setup. It's 43 lakhs in rupees. Okay, so that is
Yeah, that's a lot.
crazy amount.
That is a lot. That is a lot.
And Getting that as a 19-year-old for Divya. And she has a huge chance ahead. Okay, she's young, very young,
Hmm.
and that can also show more motivation that she should play more, and she can still get there someday.
So
Because
for
at the
you,
moment, I think women
you
players
would
may.
choose the GM title, or you would choose the World
Hmm.
Championship?
Bro, I'm not getting both of them. Why are we talking about it? I would okay if as a okay. See, if I'm thinking as a streamer, world champion is good, right? You get all the fame,
Yeah, World Championship. I
and
think for me, World Championship would be at the number one spot, of
because
course.
you're already
No,
grandmaster.
no, 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 no. That has nothing to candidates. Playing candidates is, I think, once in a lifetime experience. It's so hard to get into candidates.
Hmm,
It's just like winning a lottery ticket. Yeah, it's so difficult to get into candidates.
that is true.
So
And
for me, that
and
would
from
be
all
number.
the top elite players, only 14 people getting to play
Hmm.
is crazy. Like,
Exactly.
oh, I was watching this video the other day where Anish was saying like top 10 is no longer top 10. Did you watch it?
The top 10 is no longer
Like,
top 10.
yeah, because everyone is playing so good. Like top 10 is now top 20 because everyone is shuffling,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
getting
yeah,
into
yeah.
top 10, getting back down, and
Okay, I feel
top
that too.
20 is people who have the right to be in top 10 now.
Hmm. No, no, I feel
Like
that too.
all, yeah, that made so much sense when he was saying it. Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
uh,
Chess has become so competitive, because I mean,
yeah.
you even, for example, look at Arvind. Arvind was what,
Hmm,
world number nine, like 2 days ago?
hmm,
Sorry, like 2 months
oh,
ago.
wow.
If I
Wow.
remember correctly, his peak
And
was
she plays H5.
she played H5.
It's a
Wow.
brilliancy. Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
That
Wow.
is crazy.
Chat, we have a brilliancy on the board. Crazy. H5. I think a logical move too, because you're getting this rook out via H6 and your king is basically safe. I think now Hampiji is kind
Wow.
of
Trouble.
out of
Yeah.
trouble, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Diggy, another question for you. Would
Mm.
you rather want this match to finish in tie breaks or in classical?
I mean, tie breaks are always exciting for us, right?
Ah,
So tie breaks, obviously.
okay, so tie
And
breaks.
yeah, and okay, come on. As a candidate for only in classical format, then it would just end tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, true.
Not the big finish we're expecting to get. So
And chat, for you, would you want tie breaks or would you
tie
want
breaks, yes.
classical?
My chat is saying any regrets for not choosing Humpy as your winner. To me, they're asking.
Now your chat is going after saying that Humpy
Oh,
is gonna win. Huh?
no, but it's so easy to be chat. Okay, you can say both of them, and no one would get noticed. As a streamer, you are
Oh, no, no,
they
no.
will hold
I
you.
just looked at your chat and there's someone saying she will become a WGM. No, no, no. She will become a
No,
GM.
she'll become GM. Yeah,
GM,
I think
GM,
she's
GM.
already right.
Yeah, yeah.
WGM and
Basically,
IM is
there
the
is a
higher title.
rule that if you win the world, like the women's World Cup, you get
Mm.
direct title, and you
Mm.
need to attain the rating of 2300 to
Okay,
get the direct title. Her rating is like 2480 or something.
24-6. Yeah,
I mean, she gained
24-63.
a bit here as well, no?
Yeah.
She
Okay.
must
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
gained
Yeah.
a
True.
lot. So it must be
She might.
2480
Yeah.
something.
Oh yeah.
So
She defeated all the
yeah,
top
I mean,
players. No? So
also Li Tingji also she defeated in classical. So I'm assuming she
yes.
got a bunch of rating in this tournament. She's higher rated
Mm.
than me now, which is
Oh
crazy
wow.
actually. Which
Let's
is
go.
crazy. Yeah, let's
And for
go. I mean,
people who don't know, IM is higher title than WGM. Okay. Some
yes.
people might think WGM is higher. No, IM
So there
is
is
higher than
so there
WGM.
is like WIM, WGM,
Hmm.
IM, and
GM
then GM
and
basically.
GM. Yes.
You can see that by the requirements of the rating
Of
that
the
you
rating.
need.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people see GM and WGM and think it is higher than IM. And I used to think that it's until some point. So, yeah,
Wow, wow, wow.
just
Crazy.
clarifying it to people.
Wow. 2476.2 live rating, someone in my chat just said. That's
Oh,
insane actually. That is insane. I
wow.
mean, of course, completely deserved. I hope she becomes 2500, and
Mm,
I mean, even if she
mm,
doesn't win this match, I mean, I hope she gets the GM title sooner rather than later. I
yes.
read somewhere, I think it was on Chessbase India, that I read that this is her
Mm,
first GM nom, because she already made a GM
yes.
nom. But
Oh,
Divya
yeah,
just
yeah.
yesterday she made a GM nom, but it was surprising to
Yes,
me
yes,
that
yeah.
at her rating, and the way
Yeah.
she plays, I mean, she
She's
should be a GM.
already GM by
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's already playing at that level, so why not?
Mm.
What Super
How much
GM then?
total? Super GM is about 2,700, no?
2700
2,700.
and above, exactly.
It's not an
Until
actual title, guys. It's
yeah,
just a superficial title. It's
yeah,
not,
it's like
doesn't exist, but it's a term
unofficial.
to say,
Yeah,
yeah, unofficial.
yeah, basically.
I think
So
there are so
chat
many
se
super GMs
questioning.
now.
Chat, do you know what's the only official title above more than a Grandmaster? I'm asking my chat and also your chat.
Is it actually?
There is only
Oh, I
one
did not
title that
know.
is above GM, and it's very obvious what it is. But there is only one title that is above the GM. It's actually the world
People say
champion
it's
title.
world champion
It's
title.
world champion title. Yes,
Really?
yes, that's the only title.
Oh, oh.
You see, if you
I
don't
was
think about
gonna
it, it
say
doesn't make
goat.
sense.
I was gonna say goat.
Oh, goat.
That Magnus takes.
Yes, of course. Then Magnus would be there. Everyone in the
Okay,
chat
you
saying,
could already give him, yeah, that unofficial, that is also.
hmm.
My chat says what is the higher title than Grandmaster is Magnus Carlsen.
That's any
Don't
title.
short form it, guys.
That's any
But
title.
yeah.
That's any title. Oh, by the way, someone in my chat is asking why H5. Wait a second. Nimesha's voice has an echo in it. You can maybe reduce her volume a little bit. It's suppressing yours. Really, kya?
Oh,
I'm not sure how to fix this. Can everyone else also hear this echo? Or is it fine for you guys? Oh, Anshika in my chat is saying, DQ, that she
mm,
almost said FST, the FIDE senior
what is
trainer.
Man, all these grandmasters practicing and reaching high ratings to be a spirit trainer.
Well, that was very funny, Anshika. That was very funny. That was very funny. I think now position is kind of quiet down. Yeah, I mean, maybe she has, maybe she missed the move H5 completely. And also, let's not forget, DQ, that
And oh my
Divya is on
God,
20 minutes.
20 minutes and she has to do 24 moves.
Ooh, 24 moves is tough. Sahaj, by brilliance explain karo. So please, after h5, the point is simple. I want to get my rook out via h6, put my king safe on g8. And see, if my pawn was on h7, then I couldn't play king g8 to get my king safe for two reasons. Number one, my rook on h8 is just a completely useless piece. And number two, I would have problems with my back rank because I have no
Mm.
exit squares. So this move does two things. Yeah, first it activates the rook. Secondly, it vacates a square for the king in case there are any back rank issues. So it does. It's like one move does two things at the same time, and I think that's why it's a such a great move. I think the only move, if I'm not mistaken, that she could
Ambiji
play,
had,
the
yeah,
Hampi she could play.
yeah, to save the position.
Yeah.
What do you think the guy's thinking now? I think it must be a shock to her
Probably the reality is
because,
kicking in right now at this.
yeah.
I'm guessing, where she's sort of accepting the fact that the position is no longer
Mm,
winning, and
mm,
she's sort of coming to terms with it, which is a very, very difficult task. I think she would be able to accept it, but if this was like any other game, then I think you
mm.
would just try to push so much
Bounce
that
back,
you would push so much that you might end up in a worse position. But I think here he will be I think she will be, sorry, a lot more calmer.
yeah.
Dr. Shrey is saying Tikku Bai is looking good today. I wish I could do something about
Good
this comment,
one,
but
Shay.
that's amazing.
Good one.
That's very funny.
Good one. Good one. Chat, top that joke, chat.
That's a very funny joke. I love it. After queen f3, where does the knight go? So if I played queen f3 in this position, why the knight just moves to e7? And that's it. The knight is fully safe. It's not a pin. I think maybe you're assuming that it's a pin, but the pawn kind of blocks
That
it.
knight is not pinned. The other is pinned.
Yeah, this knight is pinned here. Exactly.
Mm.
I think the bigger
And you'll be
mistake here
upper
is why
piece, right?
18 minutes is giving me. I mean, I'm getting nervous
Oh, it's
now.
scary.
I'm getting
The
nervous
knight,
now.
queen f3 is a blunder, no? The knight is saved and
Yeah. The knight just saves, and that's it.
+3 for Hampi. Yeah. What's the best move for Divya? I think it's taking this knight or this knight, right?
Taking, yeah,
Either,
just simplify the position completely. Take on
yeah.
d6, take on c6, and that's it.
Mm,
Just accept that the position is not better for you
mm,
anymore, and it's okay. But you sort of salvage the position now, because if you don't salvage it now, then it might become worse. Because I'm sort of imagining this scenario, DQ, that let's say white takes on c6, right? Black takes on c6 back. Now let's say white doesn't immediately consolidate the position, like white doesn't
mm,
immediately exchange pieces and whatnot. Then you give black, let's say, a bunch of moves. Let's say rook h6 happens, rook d8 happens, or rook b8 happens. Then suddenly it's black who's playing for a win, because black has an extra pawn.
mm.
Remember, Divya gave the pawn in the
Yeah.
opening, which she never got back. So if she doesn't
And
consolidate right now, then she might end up in a worse position, which is quite bad.
and also situation is super scary. MPG is up 23 minutes in a okay, like in a completely decent position. She doesn't need to worry about it now. And
Yeah.
and has
Hampage
huge time advantage and experience, as you mentioned.
जी तो अभी कॉफी पी रही होंगी, like she must be very chilled right now, because if you compare her situation from 1 hour ago to now, like she would be so
Hmm.
relieved. Because I mean, if you
True.
remember when we started this stream, how dangerous
Hmm.
Hampiji's position was, like
Oh,
with bishop
everything was
a3. I
print.
mean, I'm just going
Yeah.
to quickly show it to the chat as well, for all the
Yes.
people who are tuning in right now. Guys, this was the position when we started streaming. Like imagine from this position, like your bishop is blocking the king from checking, the knight is so good on e5, so active. You have this bishop c4, queen h5, mating attack ideas. If you look at the pieces, white has castled completely, all the pieces are basically out. Queen is not out, but
Mm.
it takes one move to get the queen out into a really, really active square. Whereas
And
black, on the
also,
other hand, besides the bishop and the knight, nothing is active, and the king is so unsafe. So
yeah.
from that moment, I think she has really, really, you know, uh, bounced
Mm.
back, and I think
Yeah.
she's made really great progress, and she must be very, very happy, I think, with what she's accomplished.
True. And also, it kind of is, Divya is kind of taken. Oh, what happened?
Did she
Oh, it's
play?
still there, right? No, no,
Yeah.
no. I thought you made some more and I
No,
thought
no,
it
no,
was.
no. That was the analysis.
Analysis. Okay, yeah, yeah.
I also make those mistakes sometimes. Yeah.
I was like, what?
No, no.
And the bar immediately
Yeah,
went
yeah,
down.
yeah. Sometimes I surprise myself. Like, "Oh, ye kab hua?"
So can
Seher.
you explain chat again why Divya took b7, bishop b7, and not
So this was a
play queen e2?
situation. This was a situation, rook e1, king f8, and here Divya had this, I think, massive opportunity to play queen e2, and I would assume the idea is bishop d6 check, queen e7, and queen e8. Now I'm not sure what Divya missed here. I'm not sure, because my guess is that it was something very simple, because it can happen in these situations. Yeah, because you're complicated. Sorry, you're calculating complicated lines for such a long time, you forget something that is right in front of you. It happens to everyone. So I'm guessing something she missed here. But this was the move queen e2, which was quite good. And with queen e7 check ideas, if black plays
Mm.
knight c6, white can just play d5 to just kick this knight away. And now you should imagine this exact position with the bishops and the queen exchanged. And in because that's the position that happened on the board. With the bishops
Yeah,
exchanged, Humpy G just said, "Okay, I'm just gonna play h5, take the knight, and I'm completely safe." But with the bishops, this is
that
not
was
possible.
scary. Yeah.
This is not possible. So very, very,
With the
very
bishops,
dangerous.
it's just one more attacker on the knight, right? Knight c
Hmm.
on the knight on c6.
Acha, DQ, who's that?
Hmm.
Do you know that? Who do you think is the strongest chess player from Russia?
I know your chat, what your chat is saying. I read your chat. Wait, Gary Kasparov is from Russia, right?
Yes. He wasn't born in Russia. No, he wasn't born in Russia though. He was born
But
in
he's a
Baku.
politician
No, no,
in
he
there,
was
right?
born in Baku, Azerbaijan.
Okay.
But
Oh, really?
they want you to say what Sahil says. He says the Nepo a lot. He says
Oh,
he
Nepo.
doesn't say Nepo. He says Nepo. Just watch his stream sometime.
Wait,
Okay.
Sahaj. What is Nepo's spelling full name?
Nepomniachthi.
Is it right, chat? Yes or no?
Come
Because
on,
I
chat.
lost after
Come on, chat. You
NEPO.
see,
After that, I
you
lost.
should have asked me Pragnananda because that I don't know.
Pragnananda.
That I struggle so much.
Oh, when you said Pragnananda, I should have asked.
Yeah, Pragnananda is a big problem for me. I've
Nepomniachtchi.
made that mistake many times. But Nepo, I know.
You practice this question, huh?
Yeah. He was born in Azerbaijan. Exactly. Yes, Baku is the capital of Azerbaijan. So he was born in Baku.
Mm.
I know because I have a Nijat, my friend, is also from
Oh,
Baku. So
yes, yes.
I
I
never
was,
hear the end of it that he was born in Baku. So he's on the same city as Kasparov. I never hear the end of it. By the way,
Aiyo.
Rook B1 and Queen A6 played, and now the difference between Divya and Humpy G is like half an hour, which is so much.
Wait, 13 minutes,
Oh, she
and
took
she
Bishop D6.
plays Bishop D6,
I
and
think
the
she's
position is
consolidating.
his,
Very, very
yeah,
smart.
his wing out, yeah,
She takes
and seeing
D6.
into D6 so instantly, yeah.
Now DC6 is forced basically.
Hmm. And you can take back with the queen and stay. Humpy is again up a pawn, right?
Yeah, Humpage is a pawn up right now. She took DC6. Queen C6, I think, is in the next move. This is basically forced. And then I think Divya, maybe Divya sees some counterplay with Queen E7 check and Rook B7, getting your pieces on the 7th rank. And maybe you can take the F7 or the A7 pawn there. Maybe that could be her idea. What someone in my chat is asking, what according to you could be the reason of Divya missing so many conclusive blows since the last match? Nerves. It's nerves. 100% nerves because she's very much capable of finding, and I'm sure she has I mean, her calculation skills are unmatched in this regard. But when you're playing the finals, your आपका हाथ कांपता है, like you can't even make the move properly. Like I have never played chess on that level, but I've played, for example, once. I mean, I've played like one of my toughest matches was when I was gonna get a GM norm and a third place bronze medal in the world under 20 championship, world junior championships. And that was, I remember, the hardest match that I ever played, I think, because one win is going to give you so much. My haath kaap raha tha mera. Like I couldn't even make the moves properly because it was the way I was able to overcome it was by offering my opponent a draw, and he refused, and then I started to actually play for a win. Because then I
Yep,
was like, up sab gaya. Now I'm not
yep,
gonna
ego.
care about the result. Now it's about, now
Yeah.
I have to win, and that's it.
Mm.
Okay, Queen C6 played.
I think, like you said, that's where the experience comes in handy, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Playing tournament at that level, and Humpy is used to it, so she is better to hold the nerves.
Yeah, yeah. Because Hampeji
Now
has
there's
played
no,
a lot. I mean, at
yeah,
this level.
no threat now, right? It's happy. I think the position has fizzled out, right? A bit.
Yeah, now I think it's equal, completely equal. By the way, we have Kincho in the chat. Hi, Kincho. By the way, to everyone,
Hi.
like she's the reason why I'm able to stream today and on most days, because she's helping me with all of these
Viewers.
OBS stuff, which I have know nothing about. So thank you so much, Kincho, for helping me. Get this stream running.
Yeah.
Okay, Divya is crumbling. Do you think she will be able to beat Ju and June? I guess time will tell. But before she plays Ju and June, she has to play the candidates. So she has to win the candidates and then she plays Ju and June. It's like the Gukesh path, yeah? We are going towards the Gukesh path here.
Since we are again in the topic, someone in my chat mentioned that in some old chess base India video, uh, where they were all kids, Divya was acting as a translator for Gukesh because he did not know Hindi that well back then.
Uh-huh.
It's such a
Oh, that's
wholesome video,
so cute.
and now it's them being like this.
Arey, if you
And
find that video, send me also. I would like
yes,
to see
yes,
it because
done.
that's so cute.
Or someone in my chat saying, Sahaj, your commentary is so Sahaj yet so effective that we can just appreciate whole day.
Oh, thank you
Sajid
so much.
says,
Thank you so much. Thank you. But of course, yeah. I mean, it's the players who are making it entertaining for all of us. I mean, we just saw the bar doing the dance from move 10 to 15.
yeah,
It's done gone like 5 times up and down already.
5 times.
That's the fun part, you know. So yeah. Who am I cheering for today? I'm cheering for Indian chess boy. But if I had to choose a player, you see, I grew up learning about Vishy sir and Humpy ji. Like that, those were the
Mm,
superstars when I was growing up. So I mean, I'm not biased in this sense. I think Humpy ji has a better shot simply because she's been at this level before. She's played at this level before. For Divya, this is like a dream run. This is a dream run because she's just playing phenomenal chess, but also nerves are very important. So I think that's where Hampiji has a slight advantage over Divya
edge.
at the moment.
Oh, like you mentioned, I think I don't know how many people had this in their schools, but growing up, we used to have this sports subject, and chess में there used to be two names only, Vishy and Hampi. Who's
Of
this
course.
woman, like Grandmaster,
Hmm.
who's from India? I think Humpy used to be there in every of our sports thing, I think, related to
Me too. I mean,
chess.
she was someone we used to read about, yeah, because back then, I mean,
Yeah,
Hampiji wasn't playing in our events and not the open events. I mean, you used to only
yes.
read about her, yeah, like and yeah.
And oh, me coming from the same state, we used to hear it even more because our local newspapers used to feature her a lot and
Oh,
news
that's
channels because she's also a Telugu person, right? So,
oh, that's
yeah.
lovely. That's lovely. That is lovely. By the way,
Mm.
10 minutes for Divya. Why 10
Oh,
minutes?
that's
She
crazy.
has 21
For
moves to
12
play and there is
moves,
only 10
21. Oh,
minutes
20.
left.
Wow.
DQ,
And she
okay,
does
I don't
rook
want to be
before.
the one
Yeah.
to ask this question because the position is really simple to draw. But I'm guessing she's
Hmm.
thinking so much, which means she still hasn't accepted the fact that this is not winning anymore. So she's going to try to win. Any chance she could
Hmm.
lose this?
Um, I don't know, Yash. You should answer that. I should be asking those questions to
No,
you
no, no.
because you
But
have more
it's a, but
experience.
it's a. What do you think? Do you think in any way
I don't think she
you can
would.
push so much with 10 minutes on your clock that you can lose this?
I don't think. I think she will understand it sooner or later.
What
But
if
the
it's too
move
late?
rook b4 is not showing that because do you think she wants to? I mean, she is attacking that c4 pawn
Correct.
and potentially wants to double up on the b5,
Double up on the
maybe.
b5, or I think maybe she wants to go this queen e7 and queen takes a7. So let's say if black plays rook c8 now, na, to
Hmm.
defend the c4
Hmm.
pawn, I can technically take this pawn, but
But Indian just simply suggests play d5.
d5.
Yeah, you're
D5 is also good. D5 is also good. I like rook c8 more though.
true.
I like
And
rook
both are
c8.
equal moves by
But why I like
Indian.
rook c8 more? Because rook c8 kind of leaves that extra room, just that 1% extra chance for some imbalance in the game, which means Divya can make a mistake. So if I played rook c8 here, it might be harder for Divya to play here. Because I think from Hampeji's
Calculating.
perspective, now I know the position is equal. So now I'm hoping that
Hmm.
Divya hasn't accepted it. And I will try to
Hmm.
play for a win as black here. Because if she wins this with the black pieces now, the match is, I mean, very close to being over.
Crazy. Yeah, true.
Sahaj bro, play Tiku's laughter in the background. We miss him. Oh wait, I'm gonna take a picture of this comment and I'm gonna send it to Sahil right now because I think he needs to see this.
See this, yeah. He might be thinking if I was
I
home,
know
I would be
he
doing
needs to
that.
see this, bhai. He needs to see this. Even now, right before I started the stream,
Hmm.
Sahil actually called me, and he said, "Okay, we're
Hmm.
missing you so much on the stream." And a friend of his phoned him
Hmm.
and said that however I speak, and I have this habit of saying this word absolutely a lot. I don't know if anyone in the chat realized it, but I have this habit of saying absolutely. He's saying, "We are missing your absolutely so much." So now I'm just gonna send this to him and I'm gonna ask him to just send a copy of his laughter, so just we have it. um,
But yeah, I think are you back?
yeah, I think
No,
I'm back. Is my stream fine? Is the stream fine? Oh
your
no.
stream is back. Yes, your stream is back.
ओके सॉरी चैट मैं
Mm.
टिकू भाई को जब टेक्स्ट करता हूँ ना तो मेरा इंटरनेट अपने आप चला जाता है आई डोंट नो व्हाट द
I,
कोरिलेशन इज देयर
no, how is it playing with Judith Polgar, ma'am? I think you might have met, right? She's from Budapest.
actually went to her house. Um,
Oh,
yeah.
lovely.
Last year when Samay was in Budapest, he very
Yeah.
randomly he got my number from somewhere. I don't know from where, but he got my number from somewhere, and then he says, "Okay, I'm in Budapest. Let's meet." I said, "Man, I dropped everything, and I was like, okay, I'm where are you? I'm coming to you right now." So he says, "Badhiya, let's actually plan and show me around Budapest and such." So and I live very close to this. There are 3 4 very famous buildings in Budapest which we really have to see.
Okay.
I live very close to two
Okay.
of them, so I just showed him both
Okay.
of them, and and we were just walking around, and he's like, he checks his phone, and he's like, कुछ कर रहा है तू इवनिंग में? मैंने कहा नहीं. कहते जुडिथ पोलकर से मिलेगा. I was like, what? Of course. What is this question?
And
Of
he
course
can arrange
मिलूंगा.
it in like this,
He
right?
just he just said, chal. I'm supposed to go there. I'll introduce you as well. And we went to her house. She made us coffee. She gave
Oh,
us
that's
ice cream.
lovely.
Yeah, I had her. It was
Lovely.
so nice. I had her ice cream. It was so nice. I mean, it was like she was acting like a mom, yeah. Like and we were like those two
Oh,
kids, just
kids.
it was so nice.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Yeah. And then she was
Wait, that's the
asking me
first time you've
what am
met
I
her?
doing in yeah, first time I ever met her.
Oh,
So she asked me like what am I doing here, and then she showed
mhm.
us her house and like her academy and everything. She's got a massive
Oh, that's amazing.
thing there. Yeah, very very
That's
wholesome.
amazing. I think globally she was inspiration for many female players, right? I
Yeah,
think in India, Humpy ji is, and
I mean Judith is
in,
the one who broke the barrier. Yeah,
that
whoever
is
the
true. That
yeah
is true.
who broke. I mean
Yeah.
she was I think world number 9 at her peak.
Oh, wow.
I mean
And I think she's the first woman to start playing open tournaments with
she only played open events. That's
on.
the one
Oh,
like thing that separates her in this regard.
yeah.
But yeah, but an icon in that sense. 34 minutes for
And
Humpy G.
okay, we'll go to
24
stuff
minutes
from.
left. 24 minutes different now.
Okay, yes. What do you think might be Humpy ji might be thinking? Like she might be. What could go wrong here? Like, do you think that could be a worse move from Black apart from blundering something?
Okay, see, if I was playing as black, I would be thinking about rook c8 or rook h6 because I hate the fact that this is move 20 already and I haven't touched my rooks.
True.
They
Yeah.
have not moved yet, so I would just want to
Yes.
move them in some way. Just rook c8 or rook
Mm,
h6 is what I would play. Rook h6 is me saying, "Okay, okay, the position is draw. You take the pawn back, and let's just call it
mm,
quits and let's just make a draw right now." But rook c8 is, I think, a bit more challenging because I think from
yeah.
Hampeji's perspective, I'm looking to play for a win here. The
Mhm.
person who was saying d5 in the chat, Steven, I think there is queen e7, king g8, and rook b7, and you are still losing a pawn, whether it's 8 or um, a7 or f7. But in such positions, you have to think about that. There is this very old rule, especially in the end games. I think it's by Philidor, if I'm not mistaken. It's from the Dvoretsky's Endgame manual. It's a very very famous book, where he says that never push a pawn unnecessarily. So never push a pawn without a reason. So d5, like you can defend the pawn with rook c8 as well. So you don't need to push d5. So if there is no specific reason to push a pawn, don't push it because it can sort of weaken your position in some ways, and that would be my reason for why I choose rook c8.
But don't you think the pawns are better connected?
They are, but I think your dark squares become a bit loose for me. Like queen
Oh,
e7,
yeah,
rook
true, true,
b7.
true.
Like this pawn is also not strong. Like I can take this pawn at any point I
Mm.
want. Like so,
And
let's
D5
say
is also.
let's try to explain this in a more sort of direct way. Let's say in this position, if I played queen e7 check, king g8, rook b7,
Mm,
right? So now see, my
mm.
only defense here was queen d5.
Hmm.
Just to see if my pawn is on d5, then the queen cannot come to d5 and defend this. That's why I like
True.
sort of keeping the pawn on d6 more. And if you had played d5, you can still sort of defend the pawn via queen f6. But after
Hmm.
queen f6 and gf6, like this pawn structure will become super ugly, and your rooks are still in the back rank. This is just, they are both equal, but in one scenario you are the one playing for a draw, and in the other scenario your opponent is playing for a draw. So I would choose the latter because at least I get some chances.
Oh, who is the first female grandmaster?
Nona Gaprindashvili, I
Oh,
think.
it's not Judith Polgar.
No, 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 no. I think Susan
No.
Polgar was before Judith Polgar as well.
Okay, her
Nona
sister. Yeah.
Gaprindashvili, I think, was, it's kind of debated also, thoda sa.
Okay.
But I think it is Nona Gaprindashvili and then Susan Polgar. Or some people also said
Okay.
Susan Polgar and then Nona Gaprindashvili, but yeah.
Okay. She was
India
the
maybe, I
youngest
think,
female.
if I'm not mistaken, was Humpy
They
Ji a
say there's
GM?
one.
Was Humpy Ji a GM before Vijay Lakshmi?
I have no
I
idea
think
about
Vijay
Vijay
Lakshmi,
Lakshmi.
I think Vijay
But
was a
when
GM
you
before.
Google it, says Vijay Lakshmi is first
Vijay Lakshmi is
grandmaster.
first?
I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. That's
I
what I
think
thought,
so.
yeah. Is rook c8 a good move or rook h6, which is best spy? I think it's a matter of choice. There is not a big difference. One is playing for a win and one is accepting a draw. I think both scenarios are pretty good for Hampiji because she's playing with the black pieces. She doesn't have a lot of pressure on her. Like she doesn't have to win here because she gets the white pieces in the next game, and she can try to play for a win there. Yeah,
When
Vijay
did
Lakshmi.
Humpy become grandmaster? Have any idea?
Hampiji, I can check.
She became in so Vijay Lakshmi became in 2001.
2002. At 15 years, 1 month, and 26.
2002.
That's
Oh, so
crazy.
it is okay. Imagine at that time there
So,
were not even these many resources.
so DQ, Humpy
Hmm.
G became a GM before Fisher. Now that's a good stat, isn't it?
What
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because Fisher became a GM. I mean, age-wise, yeah. Fisher was 15 years
ages?
and I think 3-4 months or something,
Yeah.
and Humpy G was 15 years and one
Okay,
month.
but I wouldn't hold that against them because at that time there were no resources.
In 2001, I'm sure there were no resources in 2001 either. Like if you're comparing
But
that to
better
right now,
than
like
yeah.
the
Now
virtuals
yes,
were
yes.
the resources were virtually zero for both players.
Mhm. No, but oh, I was going to ask you this. Someday I was having this interesting conversation with a friend. Where do you think there can be someone else like Magnus in the future, like to reign the world that much in chess
I
wise?
think we're kind of moving away from that
Single
that single sort of dominant factor.
person
I don't
down.
think we
Yeah.
will have that anymore because see back then because we didn't have as much resources,
Mm.
the player was, it was usually what, two or three. Like there was Fisher, Karpov, probably
Mm.
Kasparov, Vishy sir for a brief amount of time, and then Magnus.
Mm.
So
Magnus. But okay, Magnus is almost this aroundly. So, but he still is above. You can say he's a bit above the current players, right? Current top players. If
of
Magnus wants, he will play in a great form and
I don't know if he can now because it's
mm,
hard to get that mojo back because he was already at such he has
mm,
such a I don't think he cares
peak.
that much about chess anymore. Like right
No,
now,
yeah.
I think I think we will see at least for the next 10 years there will be Gukesh, Prag, Arjun at least from the
Mm,
Indian side. Then there's
yeah.
going to be Arvind from time to
Nadir
time.
Beck, I think.
Arvind will be there from time to time. Then there is Nodirbek. Then
Nadir
there
Beck.
is
Yeah.
what's that, the Turkish guy Erdogmas or something.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Erdogmas.
Huh.
He just hit top 100 in the world just now. I think it was
Oh, okay,
yesterday.
okay. Huh.
And then there
Okay,
is
okay.
Faustino Oro, and then there is
Mm.
Sindarov, of course. So and there is
Yeah,
Firuza, of
single.
course,
Yeah.
and Firuza.
Firush.
So it's like a bunch of these players who are going to be, and Vincent Keimer, of course. Let's not forget him.
Yeah, yeah,
So
definitely.
I think it's gonna be it's gonna be around. Maybe there are some players who are slightly better, but वो
Yeah,
दिखेगा नहीं उतना आपको.
but not one person who's gonna dominate, right?
I don't think so. No.
I feel like everyone in these players you mentioned has their own strengths and weaknesses,
Yeah.
and the other person complements in that. Or like
Yeah, for
so
sure.
one player is very good in classical, other is in blitz. And Magnus at his peak was good in all formats, I believe. So
Yes.
that's why maybe he could dominate
He's
as well
still
that
he's still the
well.
best in all formats. He's still
Best,
the
yes,
best in all.
that is true,
For
yeah.
sure, yeah.
But
So
I mean he is no
Magnus
longer
is also
interested.
like
If
a
he's
not he's not human. उसका जो
that is
उसका जो style है वो बहुत annoying है. Like it's very very frustrating to play him. So
that is true.
so yeah, I don't think there will be another one who can match that. At least not in the
Hmm,
not anytime soon, I think.
recent time, yeah. And I think nowadays people have gotten like such good resources. Everyone got resources. At
Mm-hmm.
that time, only like top players might have gotten some,
Mm-hmm.
but with engines being so strong, I feel like everyone's improving rapidly, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Of course, because there's exactly these are the type of resources you didn't have like 20 years
Back
ago. That's why
then, yeah,
Hampeji making a GM title at 15 years and
yes,
1 month and 2001 is very impressive.
very
Like that's
impressive.
so
Yep.
so so that's almost unbelievable to me.
Hmm.
Will Levy get a GM title before Magnus retires is a fun question.
I
Will
think at this point, Levy
no.
not making GM is a content.
Yeah, he's not making. I don't think so. I think everyone kind of expects him to not. So, but we'll
Yeah,
see. We'll see. We'll see how it is.
but we'll see. Yep.
But so far, Hampeji is still thinking. We have Rook B4. Black has to play Rook C8. There is D5. And then there is Rook H6, as we mentioned a bit earlier. Not sure what she's thinking about for so long here because I would say Rook C8 is something that I would. Maybe this is the moment when Hampeji, kind of evaluates her options and figures out कि भाई कहाँ पे मेरा जीतने का chance सबसे ज़्यादा है. Because right now, maybe Divya is still tilting. What do you think here, Divya? If you're
But I
winning,
think Humpy ji has given a lot of time for Divya to get into reality, don't you think? I think it's been
but I think
10,
until
12 minutes.
until until you shake hands,
True.
you go to your hotel and then you enter your game on the laptop,
Mm,
you don't come back to reality until then because until you know where
mm,
you messed up, you're still thinking about the position and you're still thinking, okay, bhai, what could I have played? Because I knew it was better. You cannot convince
true.
Divya that it wasn't better. It was because it was her preparation. Humpy G was the one who didn't play the best move. She knows that it's so. If I just could go back to that one moment in this position, right? If we look at the time situation after Bishop E2, both players had thought for basically 30 seconds, 1 minute for each move, right? This is the first
Mm,
moment when Hampiji thought for 9 minutes and 51 seconds. So we can say that Divya was still in prep, Hampiji was not. So Hampiji played
mm,
something that is not the top computer move. This is how
true.
Divya knows that she was better because if she
Mm,
had played the top computer move, then Divya would have known it. So
mm,
she knows that she was better somewhere, but now she's not, and she might be thinking, "Ki, bhai, where did I go wrong? What could I have done differently?" And I think that's a difficult thing to deal with during the game.
mm. Do you think in this position putting time pressure would make any difference?
भाई किसका time pressure? अब तो Humpy ji also looks at me
Humpy
based
ji,
on
wahi
time
wahi. I'm saying
pressure.
ki putting time pressure on Divya, not now, but earlier.
Hmm.
If she played Rook C8 or D5 early, quickly,
Yeah,
do you think it was worth a shot to like uh, putting pressure on Divya?
I think it is worth it, yes, because right now Divya would be
Mm,
tilting. Like we cannot see
mm,
her camera, but I'm at some moment Divya would have shaken her head or she would have held her head, कि भाई, like I messed up somewhere, so
yeah, true, true, true.
Divya's fans in that stream are literally begging that she moves any piece so she can at least get a draw. Imagine my surprise when I switched for a new channel to listen to commentary. That's actually quite funny, Shivansh bhai. We are also hoping that she just moves something because she was waiting for so long. Are there enough pieces for a potential time scramble? Probably not. But if she can keep maybe one rook and one queen, you can create some problems here. Like if I could remove, let's say, white's rook on b4 and black's rook on a8, I think black is the one. Or black's rook on h8 probably. If we are really judging for a three like a dream-like scenario, then I will say
Hmm.
मेरा h8 का रुक ले लो. I'll take the rook on b4 and black is better already. ड्रॉ होने के चांसेस सबसे ज़्यादा है यहाँ पे.
सबसे ज्यादा.
Like if you could say maybe there is a 70% chance it's a draw, maybe 80% chance it's a draw, like I would say 10% chance, maybe 15% chance that Hampiji wins, 5% chance that Divya wins. I still think Hampiji has a slightly better chance. These players are thinking so much, yeah. I can only imagine the pressure that they feel. So it's kind of understandable. Maybe we can actually look at probably rook c8. Like I'm not sure. Can I go queen e7 check, king g8? Now I'm just thinking, what if I just took the pawn here? Is this bad for me? Kya? Like this is the type of position where I think having 10 minutes is a disadvantage because the position is simple enough. But if you find moves like rook h6 or something, no, like I think black can push here, and there are chances to make a mistake from both sides. But in comparison, black's king is safer now. White's king is way less safe because the queen is on the other side of the board. You haven't sort of created a square for your back rank. So I think white's king is a bit less safe. So यहाँ पर थोड़े chances बन सकते हैं. But then again, Humpy G might also just be looking to just make a quick draw and just go home.
True, yeah. I think it has been a long game for her as well, defending so much. And it is quite tough to defend and suddenly to switch momentum and to attack.
I
There
think
could be.
not necessarily attack, but not just equalize and exchange every piece and just go into a draw. That's what you shouldn't.
True.
That's what I wouldn't do here because I think 10 minutes. If Divya had some 20 minutes, okay, I would take the draw. No problem. But 10 minute mein you can mess up. Maybe there's a less chance, but you can definitely mess up.
But even Humpy's time is getting low. It's no longer 24 minutes of difference. It's just 9 minutes. And she still hasn't made a move, I
Crazy.
believe.
That is crazy, actually. Divya has
Yeah.
left from the table. See, that's even all the more reason to play a move. Because if your opponent is not on the board, they will take more time to get on the board and play a move. Okay, DQ, you haven't played OTB yet. I have done this so
No, I
many
haven't.
times. When your opponent has 5 minutes on the clock, and they just get up. I find that like how can you get up when you're 5 minutes on the clock, right? And they sometimes
यार
they leave
बेचारे
the hall to go to the bathroom or to get some water or whatever. मैं wait करता हूँ कि भाई let's at which point can he not see me and then you make a move very slowly and just press the clock very slowly and
wow,
it's very
what
quiet.
happened to your sportsmanship,
It's
Sahaj?
sportsman. This is completely sportsmanship. You are both given the same amount of time. It's not. Of course, this is sport. This is a sport. I'm treating it like a sport. Of course, you do everything you can to win. Of course, but then you're not gonna break the rules. But you can bend them a bit.
Very chalak.
Yeah, it's a chalak thing.
Oh, it's Tarsa from my chat is saying, being like seeing two Indian players, Indian women players fighting for World Cup is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Uh, and it's huge inspiration to everyone, right? Like other women in India who's playing chess.
Of course, of course. I'm feeling a bit sad for Vaishali, hey, because she also
Oh,
she also made it to
yeah.
the quarterfinals, but yeah, it was
Yes, even Harika as well,
yeah,
right?
Harika as well.
She did.
Harika had
Oh, wow. In
really good
like
chances against Divya
four,
actually.
yeah, four Indian women from in quarterfinals is crazy.
हम्म इसलिए सहज भाई आपका elo माइनस हो रहा है recently. So why do you know that? Why are you following
How do
my
you
why are you following my elo performances lately? Why don't do that? But yeah, it is going down. Could be.
Oh, yeah, from people for people who are asking in Sahaj's chat, I'm not a title player. I don't even have a FIDE rating. I just enjoy chess and yeah,
DQ,
I
you
love
continue.
streaming.
Be
So
right
yeah,
back 1 minute. Huh?
yes. Okay, done. Yep. Hi, people. And she, Humpy ji has played Rook C8. Yeah, I am a normie like you guys, okay? I have no idea why these happen. I'm just here to entertain, chat, and ask questions that most of us would have. I may be even less rated than some of you guys in your stream. I love playing bullets, so this is kind of not my style. So to let you guys, that's why I've been asking Sahaj questions. And mostly I love talking, so that's a good thing. I am you, yes. She is he, but he is he. What is that meme? He's him, right? I am you, yes. I am you. I make great blunders, so don't worry. And I'm just a content creator, that's it. So yeah. So feel free to ask any stupid question. If Sahaj does not see, I will, don't worry. Manifestation. One of us. Yes. Hear me, you can't be doing. No, no, Gopal. I can compete with you on that.
What is going on in the chat?
So they just asked me what's my rating, and I said, I am you. I am one of
Oh,
you guys. I
oh,
don't have any rating.
oh,
Oh, quickly moves
you
happened.
have a chess.com rating, no? Oh yeah, yeah. Rook
I
c8
do,
is
I do.
played.
Actually.
Queen
Rook
e7
C8
check.
and Queen check and
King
King
g8.
mode.
King g8 played. Okay, so this was analyzed. Now queen takes a7 is what I think would complicate things a bit because that's an imbalance. White gets this a pawn, black has a d pawn. It's not a massive imbalance, but there is something in the position. It's still very very high
Hmm.
chance of a draw, very very likely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Again,
let's see.
time is scary. 19 moves in 9 minutes.
Oh yes,
What
yes.
would you do in this position, Sahaj?
Offer a
Like,
draw.
would you offer a draw?
I would offer a draw.
How much chance of accepting?
With
So do you
white, I'm
think if
offering a draw. With black, I'm not taking a draw. I'm playing this as
uh,
black. Although it
mm,
feels a bit wrong to say this because black has black's pieces are still not especially the rook on h8 is a very awkward piece for now.
mhm,
But if white doesn't find a way to just equalize the position
break the
quickly,
position?
just exchange the queen b7 or something.
Mm,
If you play this, then I will take the draw. The queen b7 is
yeah.
what Divya should probably, in a practical sense, she should go for it because that's just gonna exchange the queens. I don't know if it works actually or not, but queen b7 is what I would say is the easiest way to go for a draw. Li Tingji and Tan Zhongyi drew. Really, they drew. Oh, she took queen a7. Wow, we are getting some
Oh,
masala.
let's go. Not a draw. You
No,
said Queen B7 is the best chance for a
that's
draw,
no.
right?
That's the by equalize right now.
Yeah,
That's
best
the
chance
way.
to draw, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm
Now
saying.
Hampiji should go rook h6, I think, immediately. And not because you
Oh.
need to maintain that 10-minute advantage over your opponent.
Advantage. Yeah. Now, if she thinks for like 7 minutes, it's kind of equal, and both of them would be in pressure.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So I think rook h6 is basically
Hmm.
it should happen right now. Because I'm
Uh,
assuming when she played rook e7, rook c8, right? Queen e7 check, she obviously analyzed. King g8 is the only move. Queen a7 is, I
hmm.
think, the most logical move. So she would have calculated this move before she played rook c8. So now probably she's just like double checking all the lines that
Hmm.
she calculated just to see if she didn't miss something arbitrary. And now I think she'll just play a move. She should play a move very
Yeah.
very fast.
I think you were mentioning this move, right? When you said rook c8, then queen e7 check and queen takes a7 would be played.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kind of
That's
expected if when you play rook c8, right?
for sure, for sure. So, but I like this because this means now it can be anyone's game. It's not a
Hmm.
straightforward draw right now.
So someone from a chat is saying, why not rook b7 instead of queen a7
Rook
to double
b7.
up on
I
the
think it's the same
seventh file?
reason. Same reason. Black can play queen d5 and defend this pawn, and
Oh,
still find activity via rook
oh,
h6.
she does play rook at 6
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So 17
uh,
minutes for Hampiji. I think
and
that's a
eight
good call.
minutes. Wow,
8 minutes for Divya.
and 18 more, Sahaj.
18 moves. This is scary. This is scary. I mean, she's, it's a good thing that we have a 30-second increment. Nahi to ye, in candidates, you don't
Yes.
get the increment, yeah? You know this.
Oh,
Oh, you only get the increment after 40 moves. There
yes.
was this very,
Yes.
very
Oh,
crazy
yes,
game
yes, yes.
between Firuza and Gukesh because I remember covering
Yeah,
it, and
yes, yes.
Firuza had some 1 minute left with 6, 7 moves to be played, and Firuza
Yes.
was worse. And then
Yes, yes. And
Firuza
he
won that
managed,
game.
won the game. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
and that
that.
was insane to me. I've never seen anything like that before in my
I
life.
think everyone thought Firuza would lose on time because he had such low time.
Yes, including me, but
Yeah,
somehow
I think I
he,
was watching
yeah.
broadcast time. What do you think natural move for white is here after rook at 6?
I would say probably now it's not so simple. Now it's not so simple to make moves from it. Like a move like a4 is probably what seems very logical because that pawn doesn't have an opponent, so you just push it. But black has this dangerous threat with rook g6, and when you push g3, I can maybe have h4 and sort of
Wow.
start asking the real questions to this king. Like this king doesn't have any protection, around the around its own pieces. So I don't think there is a logical move here for me. I would play something like a4 just to play something fast. But Divya's thinking here that's definitely not a good sign.
But do you think taking the pawn on a7 puts the queen out of the game? Like it's, I mean, it can still come back to e3, e6 because of e3, d4 and all because of the diagonal,
Mm-hmm.
but it is no longer near the king, right? Just,
Yeah, but the queen will take
it
like
doesn't
one or
make
two
sense.
moves to get to the
Moves to
close
get
to the
back.
king. It's not dangerous
Yeah.
for Divya. I just think it's dangerous because of what happened in the past. Because
Hmm.
she had such a great advantage and now
Mindset,
it's not
yeah.
there. The mindset is not there exactly. Bingo there. Now,
Hmm.
can I play queen
What?
b7 here? DQ, or is that? Oh, actually, queen b7 is already bad for black. Oh, sorry for white.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's already bad for white. You see, now this is what I was
Is,
telling you that it doesn't feel as comfortable for white as much.
oh, now,
It's
okay.
not as bad. You can still play queen takes b7, rook takes b7, and rook a8. And okay, there is a very famous saying that all rook endgames are drawn. But
Hmm.
with 5 minutes on
With
the
the
clock
time given, yeah.
and the nerves, it's a bit difficult to make a call here.
Do you think, like, who's better in time pressure?
Um, I don't think so. I don't know. That's a very difficult question to answer between these two. But I think I would still pick Hampeji because, as I said, she has more
Oh,
experience in
she
this.
plays h4.
Ooh, h4, interesting. A very interesting move because this is a clever move because now if you play rook g6 and I play
You
g3,
can't put.
you remember that I said h4 here, yeah? Black cannot play h4
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah, yeah. But she still found a way to play.
So rook g6.
G3 and, but okay, so the bar is giving slight edge to black. Like it's not so much. Rook G6 would give very slight edge.
Rook
Do you think
g6.
Rook G6 would, that
So
can make any difference? Like that slight edge?
not sure because mine is saying 0 0 0. I think right now after g3 queen f g3 queen. The thing is, I see a repetition here because black can after rook g8 and g3 now, black can play
Hmm.
this queen to f3,
Hmm.
and you can also take on g3 here and go for this repetition. But the question is, would Humpy G do that? Because
Hmm.
just judging by her time, would she actually go for it?
Sure. No, but I'm asking about Divya. Like, do you think how much pressure would that be on Divya?
A lot, a lot. I think
Right? Seeing the time situation.
yeah. No, I remember also like in the previous game when she was playing Tan Zhongki, it was
Hmm.
when she had that rook pawn end game, she was completely winning. Complete, like it was a +4 +5 position. But then again the nerves came in. Yeah, that position became from +4 or something it was to like 0.5 for white. And it stayed there for a long time, and then black blundered again. And that's how she won the
Okay.
game. So it's
Oh
the
wow.
nerves are very very important. But I think Divya is also growing with each of these games. So hopefully
Yeah, true,
it
true,
won't be
true.
as chaotic now.
Someone suggested instead of h4, rook e7.
Rook e7. That's a good move. I
Mm,
think you're attacking the f7 pawn, but let's not forget about your back rank. So I can play queen d5 to defend this
d5
pawn,
and your back.
and the back
Yeah.
rank is under attack. Now I think you have to play a
Now
move like
it's,
h4, yeah,
yeah.
but still a bit risky for black because your
Hmm.
pieces are active, but they're really far away from the king.
The king, yeah.
Okay, so h4, and now she thinks 6 minutes for Divya, 14 minutes for Humpy G.
PC.
Tough, tough, tough situation.
Yeah. 14 minutes. Huh?
So what's your prediction for this game? Do you think black is gonna do you think this is gonna be a draw, or do you think one player will make a mistake and we will see some exciting chess?
I want it to be a draw because I don't want the pressure on Divya yet. Because again,
Uh, of course.
but again, if it all depends on the mindset, as you said. If Divya still thinks she's better and continues to push, this can get a bit dangerous for her, seeing her time situation. But
Mhm.
Humpy, she's also getting lower on time, but still she has more time than Divya. And her, do you think all the moves of black are natural from here, like rook g6 or
Rook g6 I think is natural for sure. You're attacking the g2 pawn, white plays g3, and then you start to think, okay, now what should I
something?
do?
Yeah. If you want to take if you don't want to take a draw, basically there.
Yeah, if you want to take a draw, but you can still continue the game. Like you can play rook g6,
Mm,
g3, and maybe something like rook f6. This is a nice prophylactic move here, because after rook f6, now I'm defending the f7 pawn, number one, and number two, I might have some queen f3 or rook f3 type of ideas, which can be a bit dangerous. By the way, rook g6 played by Humpy G, and Divya
okay, lovely.
immediately plays g3.
G3, yeah. I mean, it has to be played, right? There was no difference for white there.
No, 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 none.
Yeah. Everything else would lose on the spot. So the two moves you mentioned are there. It's queen f3 and rook f6.
Queen f3 and rook f6. I think
F6.
I would not see rook f6, or I would not actually, because she has
Oh, she
spent
plays queen
yeah,
f3
exactly. I
immediately.
would have expected her to play queen f3 as well.
Yeah.
Now the question is, does Divya allow rook takes g3, or does she play queen e3 to say no, no draw? I want to go into the end game, and I want to check my chances. And this is where I think
Mm.
the nerves are gonna show, because if you play queen d4, or if you play something like a4, then you allow black to sort of equalize, which I think Divya doesn't want because she was winning.
Give me one quick second. I'll just
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
happy.
Sure, 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 sure. Yo, yo, what's up, chat? सहज भाई आपके लास्ट टूर्नामेंट का क्या हुआ भाई लास्ट टूर्नामेंट वाज I wouldn't say it was a disaster. It was a closest thing. It was a very close thing to a disaster. I lost two games, which were very, very unnecessary. Both games I had a complete draw, but I was playing for a win like an idiot. And then I overpushed, and I was playing also very fast. When I finished my games, I had like an hour and 20 minutes or something. So I was not fully focused on those matches. But apart from those two losses, I played more or less decent. And I'm playing another tournament actually starting tomorrow. It will be the 6 days. It's a sort of a GM closed event, which is going to be happening very, very close to my house. So I'm going to be playing that as well. What's up, Akhirandan Bhai? What's up? What's up? Nice to see you here after such a long time. Saj Bhai, will Abbasov be there in India for the World Cup? I think so. I think so. I think so. I think we might see him. I think we might see him. And we don't know exactly where it's going to be, but people are saying it's going to be Goa. I'm very, very excited. If it's in Goa, bhai, मैं तो जा रहा हूँ 100%. चेन्नई तो यार अभी हो रहा है ना, तो चेन्नई मास्टर्स विल बी हैपनिंग राइट नाउ,
Yes, I'm back. I'm back.
which will also be a lot of fun.
I still can't hear you well.
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We are still thinking 4
Yeah.
minutes on the clock.
Whoa. And 16 more moves, Sahaj.
Yeah, 16 more moves is scary. This is scary.
If okay, she should let that draw happen, do you think?
Yeah, yeah, she should. She
Or
should. By draw kar lo.
playing
Simple.
e3 is a bit crazy, right? Queen
Que-
e3 is a crazy move, right?
The Queen E3 is I think it's saying that I don't want you to play Rook G3, FG3, Queen G3. So let's just explain it. Let's say if White goes Queen D4 in this position. First of all, there is Rook G4 which attacks the Queen, which also is a problem. Second thing is there is Rook
Mm.
takes G3, FG3, Queen G3, and this is just a draw. This is a dead draw because if you go King F1, I don't play Queen F3 because then the Queen can block. I will play Queen H3 rather, and the king cannot escape to the e file because black can play rook e8, I'm guessing, and somehow your rook on e1 will be left unprotected. So for her, I think just looking at this continuation and allowing this whole rook takes g3 stuff is admitting that theek hai bhai, I'm okay with a draw. But I think practically, if you look at this, you don't really think Queen e3 is that bad of a move. You might just play Queen e3 as well. You see, ठीक है, rook ending hai. I have the a pawn. Maybe I have some chances there. And also Divya's sort of decision making. Let's also address that, Nimisha, because
Yes.
Divya's decision making is severely affected right now because she has 2
Yep.
minutes on her clock. So everything is sort of hazy. You know, you're looking at the clock every like 15 seconds.
Yep.
You're just looking at it back to back. It just clouds your judgment. Um,
And I think with every ticking second, you would be more and more tensed, and that can hugely impact on the decision you make, right?
of course, 100%, 100%. I think this is very, very, very scary indeed. Okay, so we were looking at Queen E3, which I think is the most logical. It's not the best move, but it's the most logical, I think at least. Queen D4 is her saying, "Okay, bhai, I'm okay with a draw." We will
Hmm.
see what happens there. I really don't think Queen D4 is a likely move by Divya here. But what
Hmm.
else, Nimisha? What would you play here, Nimisha? Let's assume
Uh,
this is a stream. This is a
I would
stream.
have already lost by now.
No, 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 no. What would you play here? Like, what's your
I
favorite?
don't know.
What do you think?
I have no idea, Sahej.
A4 maybe.
What would you play as a?
I will go like rookie 3 maybe. If I was
Okay.
adamant about not making a draw, I would say rookie 3. ठीक है, kick the queen away, and I still have the a pawn because this a pawn is giving me some false
Wait,
moves.
rook e3 doesn't have a queen d1 check.
Queen
Or does
d1
it
check.
matter?
It does actually. It's actually a bad, not the best move. It's not really that bad, but it's not the best move either. King g2. There is queen d5 check, and now we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Oh, bhai. Divya has 1 minute on the clock.
Oh, wow. Okay. What? Bro, she has to make a move. Practically making 16 moves would be tough.
Yeah, it would be
With,
nearly impossible.
oh my God. I'm scared for her. I hope she doesn't blunder anything now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me too. Me too.
And it's not an online match, right? You just have to click and that's it.
Yeah, you have to
Physically
press the
moving
clock.
pieces would be, yeah. Time extension, guys, is that after 40 moves, you get 30 minutes extra. But with every move they make now, they get 30 seconds increment. But again, they still have to make 16 moves to get to the time control
Exactly.
hit.
Exactly. Oh, she made a move. She made a move.
She
She
made a move.
plays rookie
She
3.
plays rookie three. What? Sahaj, are you also secretly?
No,
Oh
I'm
yes,
not.
and what we discussed happened.
Queen d1,
Queen
king
D1,
g2.
and
Wow.
we are predicting, guys, and telling you. Ask us
Wow.
predictions.
By prediction OP. Let's go.
Let's
Divya looks.
go.
Someone in the chat told us that Divya looks a bit nervous. I think I can totally feel that right now because I think
Hmm.
anyone in her situation would be super nervous here, especially judging by the time situation. Now, by the way, Humpy G has a draw. Let's address
Oh
that
wow.
because
Yes.
she can
Yes.
play Queen d5 check, King
Hmm.
g1, and Queen d5, Queen d1 check, and that's a draw. You
Yeah.
might ask why after Queen d5 check I can't play King h2, for example, but it leaves your f2 pawn sort of undefended, which I can capitalize via playing Rook f6.
Reflex. Yeah. Reflex.
So Humpy G has a draw. Now the question is, does she go for the draw?
But engine, like irrespective of that, suggests queen d5 check once.
Yeah, just you have to play it once and then you go Rook f6. And she can The way for her to not play for a draw would be to play queen d5 check, king g1.
Hmm.
Now, in most situations, you would repeat once.
Oh,
Just
she
to,
did. Yeah, she does play it. Yep.
yeah, you would repeat once
Rook
and
to
then
five.
you would play rook f6.
Rook
Because,
f6 is the best move. True.
yeah,
Oh, pressure. 2 minutes.
pressure, pressure, pressure.
At least good for her. She got two quick moves because of the checks and got like extra minute on the clock because of 30 seconds increment.
Mm-hmm.
But Sahaj, how the game has turned, yeah, since we streamed, it went from a huge, like very big task for Humpy to defend to her being in a driver's seat.
Exactly, exactly. It's been crazy,
It's
actually.
completely turned.
It is crazy. Likely draw in 5 moves. Manan bhai, 1-1 Maggie bet. This game is not going to be a draw in the next 5 moves.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So
Come on, we have to. Well,
how do we do the
we have,
Maggie?
we have to. We have to. We have to. Man, if Manan bhai agrees, we can do it. But I
Done.
really don't
Let's
think
go.
Humpy, because I don't think Humpy will go for a draw here, because I think she will. She cannot. She's not risking anything. If she plays, if she just plays on, she doesn't risk anything. She can play rook c5 with the idea of rook a5. She can play rook f6. All of these moves are really, really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Manan bhai agrees. Let's go.
Oh,
Let's go.
let's go.
We have
Bro,
logged in,
chat.
bhai. Logged in.
It's chat, Sahaj. Manan Bhai can disappear after losing also the bet.
Manan bhai,
Not
मैं याद
fair.
रखूंगा.
But yeah, my chat is suggesting that do you think people will think like this, like drawing would save energy for tomorrow's match? Like,
I think
I think
you have already
playing while
spent
playing, you
you've
wouldn't.
already spent a lot of energy already. And I
Mm,
think if she continues to play, it will be like another half an hour, another 1 hour.
at
And I
max.
think that extra half an hour is going to be a lot more difficult for Divya
Oh,
than
they are
this.
drawing.
They are
Sahaj.
drawing. No,
Oh,
no, they're not
Sahaj
going to
is
draw.
gonna lose the Maggie
No,
bet.
I will say Humpy G will play. Humpy G will play.
But Queen D5 is the best move again, right?
Yeah, Queen
Oh,
D5 is
that
best, but
is.
then she will repeat. She will not repeat with Queen D1 check again. नहीं तो Manan
Let's see.
bhai.
Let's see. I am rooting for Manan, so he gets a Maggie packet.
Yes, yes, yes. Manan bhai, please join the Discord. I will just put the link here and just ping me there, okay? And we'll if you win, that is.
We will phone pay you the amount so you can get Maggie.
Sahaj bhai, esports, are you following? Not as, I mean, I am following more or less, but not as much. Oh, she played Queen D5 check again.
25 has to, yeah.
And now maybe Divya doesn't play it. She plays King H2. This is, let's just continue playing on.
But King H2, Rook F6 is a clear path, right?
King H2, Rook F6 is, yeah. And then you can play Rook B2 and you can play for a win there.
True. But engine suggests like King G1 is the safest move now for white.
Mm-hmm. But Divya's thinking. I'm sure I mean, someone on the chat said of some time ago that Divya wasn't on the board. I'm assuming that's not the case now.
Now, yeah.
For sure not.
Yeah.
Okay, Divya thinks 1 minute left. King G1, King H2 are the
And
two
she
moves.
plays King G1. She
King.
plays King G1. Now the real question.
Now the
Do you
real
think
question.
Humpy G
Come
will
on, Humpy
repeat?
G.
If Humpy G repeats, it's a draw. They will
Yeah.
shake hands and leave,
Yeah,
right?
that's a draw. Right
Yeah.
now, यहाँ पे ना एक वो awkward
I think
silence आ
Queen
जाती
D1
है.
is the third move, right?
पता है यहाँ पे ना एक वो awkward silence आ जाती है in the Nimisha, because you're looking at your opponent like, do you want to draw? And then your opponent is still thinking about their moves, and there is that awkward silence, and I think that's what's happening with the players right now.
And I think Humpy G can chill for a bit and then move also because she has like all the time to make a draw. Draw is in her hands, so
Yeah,
does not
Humpy
need
has
to
a draw
worry.
for sure. But I think
But
you can play Rook F6. I think you can play for
yeah.
sure. I think probably Humpy realizes also you can play, but maybe it's a safer bet to kind of go for a draw, because
Also coming
tomorrow.
from how much she was defending also.
Tomorrow also you can play for a win.
Yes, she has white pieces. So
Exactly.
getting a draw, that too from almost losing from black, is a very good result already.
Yeah, very good result.
She takes it. It's a drop, Sahaj.
Oh, Hampeji takes a
Manan,
draw.
bye. Let's go.
Manan bhai, Manan bhai. I think you were right. I think you were right. You have won exactly. So Discord पे लिख देना मुझे and we can organize something.
The game ended in a draw.
Has it finished?
Yes.
Has
Oh,
it?
what a game though. It is, I think it is.
Has it finished?
I think Rook G1 should be played one more time. Do you think she'll continue with Rook H2?
King H2 you mean?
King H2,
ना
sorry. Yeah,
ना
King
ना ना कि
H2.
क्वीन D1 पे किंग H2 नहीं खेलूंगा मैं क्वीन G2 के बाद खेलूंगा मैं किंग H2 जी जी मनंदो जी जीज
Okay, so if King H2, what is again Rook F6 idea,
Rook
right?
F6 yeah that looks more scary for me because your F2 pawn is kind of just left hanging and it
Hmm.
looks really scary.
Hmm. Trivia hasn't moved though.
Maybe they have just
1
put the
minute.
kings on the board and that's it.
Can anyone see the live broadcast and tell us how it is going? She doesn't. Sahaj, she plays King H2.
Manan bhai, I told you. I told you.
Oh,
Manan bhai, I told
they
you.
don't want
I told
easy.
you. I told you. Let's go. That
Wow.
is crazy. Crazy.
Wow. Oh, but
Divya goes for the
man,
win.
huge nerves having 1 minute and doing that.
Wow, exactly. And it takes guts. Takes guts. I mean, the
10
scores.
more moves and she has 1 minute, Sahaj. 1.5 minute. Rook F6
Yeah.
instantly played.
But let's also address what just happened with 1 minute on the clock. She refuses a draw. This goes back to the
The
situation two
same
hours
thing.
ago where she was completely, I mean, very close to being winning and she
Do you think
couldn't.
she's still winning? She must be thinking she is still winning.
She thinks she has a chance or she cannot let go of the fact that she was completely winning. That's the thing. And she has this, I think, false hope kind of with this a pawn because it's an outside pass
Mm.
pawn. you know
Yeah.
there is an exercise that you should do in any end game, which is that you should imagine any end game as a king pawn end game. Okay, अब if this was a king pawn end game, right, Nimisha? If this was a king pawn end game, तो
Yeah.
white का pawn तो सीधा just queens.
Yeah, it's
Black
gonna
को
queen.
बचाना
And
पड़ेगा
I
and
think even if queens are off the board, white has a very good position, right?
yeah. If the queens, no, queens are off the board, I would still say it's equal. Both one rook
Okay.
is there, still black is still it's equal. But if it's just
Okay,
kings, then
okay.
white is winning. So
Hmm.
maybe that's why she thinks that she has this chance to sort of go for the win. But yeah,
Hmm.
Manan bhai अब chat में दिख नहीं रहे हैं मुझे. What happened? Manan bhai, where are
नो
you?
बट मुझे सबसे बुरा किसके लिए लग रहा है मनन भाई के
अरे
लिए
अरे अरे अरे
क्योंकि
मनन
वो
भाई.
यहाँ तक आ गया उनके
अरे यार.
एक्सपेक्टेशन
वरुण भाई
फिर
अभी अभी
गिर
अभी
गया
अभी क्या कहते हैं डिनर करने वाले थे
और
with
अभी
his Maggies and suddenly just क्या से क्या हो गया.
देखते देखते
चेस देखते देखते
तो
क्या हो गया.
वो डू यू नो दैट मीम
Of course.
मैं एमसी हूँ जो इसमें आया उसने खुद बेट लगाया
That's very funny. पानी गरम किया था एग्जैक्टली भाई वो रेडी था एकदम.
पानी गर्म करके
सॉरी मनन भाई. आई फील यू ब्रो. तो लेने के देने हो गए तो 5 moves means you lost. अगर अब भी even if now they agree for a draw I still won just so you know. Okay, so
Wow.
rook f6, rook b2. This is the position. 8 minutes for Humpy G. 1 minute and 49 seconds for Divya. Lots of, I
How do you
think,
think the game is gonna move? Like
exciting,
Hampiji has to.
very exciting. What I really like for Humpy G is this move rook c5.
Mm.
The idea is I want to play rook f5 and put pressure on the f2 pawn. And you might say कि भाई आपका back rank खाली नहीं हो गया. Yes, it is dangerous right now, but I can just put my king on h7 and then g6. कोई danger नहीं है मुझे वहाँ पे. मेरे rooks अच्छे से defend कर रहे हैं.
Wow. King G6 is crazy, right? Your two
Yeah,
rooks are guarding you like this and pawns. There's
exactly,
really no way to break it.
exactly.
Like without weakening White's king, there is no way to break your king.
Yeah, true.
Suddenly, Black's king
Crazy
would be
actually.
looking super safe from what
Crazy.
we came
Yeah,
from.
I still cannot believe. Bhai, Manan bhai, I thought that it would be Humpy G who doesn't go for the draw. But chess is so full of surprises. It's insane actually. अब क्या करें? What should black play here? Queen. What about queen f1? Queen f1 also looks interesting, na? DQ?
All in, yeah. Queen
Attacking the
f4,
queen f1. Queen f1.
queen f1. True,
Attacking the
true.
f2 pawn. White goes rook e2.
Rook e2, yeah.
कुछ
And
तो
the
रहेगा
queen is
उधर.
also defending then.
Queen also defends.
So you have to get your rook. So, but rook
Someone in the
c5 is a
chat said.
really interesting move.
Someone in the
Hmm.
chat says Divya is giving Gukesh vibes.
Yeah, true. I
True,
just
true,
read that.
true, true, true.
And
बिल्कुल सही
my
बोला.
chat saying Divya is going all in.
Exactly. She. I mean,
She's-
now, whether it's a good decision or not, I don't know because
But
I think
but I think that's what
it's
she
exciting.
can do, right? Like, yeah, and also it's not expected, but people would understand if she does it because she has been doing all in all games, never in this tournament, and it has been giving good result for her.
Yeah, for
And
sure. Dream run so
yeah,
far.
so it's good. It is a brave decision, true.
Oh, she plays.
Queen f1. Oh,
Let's.
Sahaj is good at now predicting moves. What's gonna
This
be the
is a
next move,
normal
Sahaj?
rook e2 for I think Divya. If she plays f4,
Yeah,
I will be really scared for her.
no, but she played Rookie too already.
Do you know why f4 is a bad move, Nimisha?
Let's find out. Why is f4 a very bad move?
Why is f4 such a very bad move?
Are we sacking somehow? Oh yeah, you can sack take with the rook. Pawn takes and king check and rook falls. No,
Rook doesn't fall. No, I can play rook g3.
right? Can rook c3? Yeah. Hmm.
But why is f4 a bad move? Chat में अगर मैं किसी से पूछूं तो chat will answer with not a chess move. It's not a chess move. The answer. It's a golden
It's
pawn.
golden pawn.
Golden pawn. DQ has had DQ has had enough of me already.
Done golden
इसको
pawn.
चुप कराओ
I'm
कोई.
I. Yes, that is true. I think my Chatsuki, she is at that stage that she can afford this mistake, or not a mistake, but a brave decision.
Yeah, for sure.
Her not taking the draw. But
Crazy actually. Maybe she will go rook e7. I see Shrey has recommended rook e7. Then rook c5 looks very scary to me. Rook e2 played, by the way. I think this is
yeah,
what we were expecting. Rook c5.
and rook c5 also played.
8 moves left. 2 minutes for Divya. By
Rook c5 and Humpy's move next is clear, right?
yeah, but thing is that
You play rook f5.
one bad move by Divya, and this can be very scary. Just one bad move. But
Do you think
Sahaj broke
is there
this
any
rule in his
way?
last tournament. That's why my rating dropped because I didn't follow my own rule. Exactly that's why.
Is there any way of queen a8 check and queen h1?
Queen h1. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, I didn't even look at queen h1. Queen g2 probably. Oh no, queen h1 is also good. Then I think I will takes and just rook f3 or something. So let's say queen a8, king h7, queen h1. I take, and then I play rook f3, and then I attack the c3 pawn. And now my rooks are slightly more active than yours.
Does
So
that move
by the way,
happen?
queen 8
Do you
check
think?
played.
But anyhow, like a4 and a5 is scary for black now.
No. It's too far.
It's never
But that's what I
scary,
was
right?
telling you, na, DQ. This is giving you false hope. Because वो pawn बहुत time है उसको भी queen होने में बहुत. I think now maybe a move like queen e4 check is logical because it centralizes your queen, and it's also a bit closer to the king. So
King, yeah.
so you'll feel a bit
If
better about this.
imagine if the pawn is already on a4 or a5, this would be nicer for a4. Maybe this was it? Is it gonna be any different?
a4 right now.
Already the pawn is on a4 and we are in this position.
Yeah, but the thing is, DQ, how will you
It's
play
still
a5?
far.
How will you play a5?
Yeah, the
Because my
rook
rook is guarding
really
this.
nice. Yeah, true. And there's no really way to exchange rooks.
Looks scary for me, for sure. Looks very scary. I'm not sure how Divya is playing this position, but props to her for pushing for the win, even though even though the situation is not.
Sahaj 30 seconds. She played that pawn. What?
No.
Sahaj's golden pawn
No,
rule is
dhoka.
broken by
This is
Divya
dhoka.
itself.
This is dhoka.
And that's why I play f4, guys, all the time.
No, no, this is dhoka, bhai. This is
I'm
dhoka.
following my sister's steps.
This is dhoka,
You
bhai.
know, the amount of times I got you look like Divya Deshmukh is crazy while I stream.
Actually, yeah, you do kind of.
I
A
don't. Are
little
you
bit,
guys
yeah.
sisters, or because I also play chess?
Hmm. You do kind
Like,
of,
are
yeah.
you any way related?
I was
And
gonna say,
yeah,
but you know, it's something I think about sometimes. Yeah, you do a bit.
but I don't know. I get it like at least twice or thrice every time I stream. Like some
Really?
person joins, says
Wow.
and says,
मेरे
"You
को
look
कहते
like
हैं you
Divya."
look like you look. Are you Sunil Grover's cousin?
Sunil Grover.
Yes.
Wait, who's that? I don't. Is he from that
Yeah.
couple Sharma?
Yes. Sunil Grover's cousin.
Uh,
And there is also one
no.
more chat. Maybe you can remind me. There is another person, the Major Gaurav Arya, I think it is, that you compare me to a lot. Which I see all the time. All the time. But F4, I feel like Divya
Really?
ने अब धोखा दे
I
दिया देख.
didn't see.
Yeah, I mean, I never looked him up, but apparently people say,
No. No, 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 you don't look like Divya. Even I agree, but you and Major Gaurav, no, no, sorry.
yeah.
But yeah, everyone says, ki, oh, for a second, I thought Divya streams when I saw you. Like, you get
Oh,
on YouTube
mhm.
recommendation, and
That's nice.
I
That's
am the
nice.
one playing, guys, there.
Mhm.
You're not getting it. Yeah. I say, if only my chess was also like that. But
Mm,
again,
her chess is fantastic. Her chess is
yeah.
beautiful. Yeah. Okay,
So
so
someone from my chat is,
F4. Now it's the interesting thing is Hampiji is thinking here because I'm assuming she did not expect Divya to play f4 because it's and once you push a pawn in any position, the entire position, like your entire plan, kind of changes. There's many ways that Black can play this out. There's Rook C f5, but somehow I feel the whole point of this move is not there anymore because you wanted to attack f2, but since White has already played f4, you don't need to play Rook C f5 anymore. I'm liking the move Rook f5. Maybe you can have some plans on the a file, or maybe something like Queen c1 or Queen d1. That also looks kind of interesting to me. Just to see how the position pans out. But let's not forget, there's only six. Oh, by the way, she plays d5.
B5.
That's a
Interesting.
mistake.
That's a mistake.
That's a
Why
mistake.
is it a mistake? Isn't it cutting queen off? But you're cutting your rook as well,
You're
right?
cutting your rook, I think. That's a mistake. Not a big one. It's
Mm.
a 0.26 if she finds rook f2, queen e1, and
But
rook g2.
oh my
What?
god. Rook
What?
G2?
What? Why would I play rook g2 here ever? That
Rook
makes
F2.
that makes no sense.
Huh? And she has 20 seconds. She plays something.
Rook
Wait,
e8.
Rook E8. It's a mistake on her end
That's
now.
a miss, yeah.
We can king can easily sit on G6, right?
Yeah, king can sit on g6. You can also play rook e6 as well. Oh, by the way, easy draw for Hampiji with rook b5. If rook b5 is played, sacking the rook,
Mm.
white takes back, and then there's just check, 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 check.
Check, 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 check. Yeah, true, true, true.
Is rook f4 also a draw, kya? Rook f4 is losing. Rook f4 is losing, not working.
Mm. Oh, wait. But crazy, yaar.
Hmm.
Whoa.
30 seconds, yeah. 54 seconds for her now. Very, very tense situation. There is rook e6, which is a possible move. Then there is rook b5
Oh,
also, which
chat
is,
says
yeah.
rook F5 walks into a pin.
Rook f5?
You said rook F4, right?
या रुक f4 में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है रुक
But
चेक्स नहीं आ रही उधर
I think,
कुछ किंग आई
maybe
थिंक भाग
rook
सकता
can
है
draw.
किंग विल रन
Rook can
अवे
also block it somehow.
या आई थिंक rook will block it and the king just runs away something like that.
Hmm. But again, very difficult position to calculate. But okay, good thing 5 more moves she has to survive, yeah?
Yeah,
Without
5
making
more
any.
moves exactly.
But crazy to survive 5 more moves in this
Yeah,
position
in
with
this
50
mess,
seconds.
so much mess.
At this point, I think she's just playing on increments.
Yeah, for
She
sure.
got back to 20 seconds or something like that.
Hampiji is I think there is so much pressure in this position on Hampiji because I think probably she sees the potential of rook b5. It just
Hmm.
gives a straight draw, but now probably Hampiji also doesn't want to go for a direct draw. Oh, by the way, there is another nice idea for Divya.
Rookies.
which is I
Mhm.
can play. Let's say if I don't do anything in this position now, white can play rook h8 check, king h7 and king g6 and queen g8. That's a mate on h7.
What is black gonna do?
Matlab, black has to play something like rook e6 earlier, so you can have some rook e2 checks later on.
Hmm.
But if you don't do anything, if you play like a hand move, let's say queen f3 or something, then rook h8 and queen g8 is threatening a mate on h7, which is really dangerous. Now we understand why she played f4, basically.
Hmm. She wants to take that square away from the king. She
Oh,
plays rook b5. Humpy
brilliancy.
plays rook b5. Yeah,
Brilliancy. Sahaj bhai,
I think
today I understood that quite that chess is brutal. And you know what's brutal, Maran bhai? You said in 5 moves they will draw, but now they are going to draw. This is confirmed, I think. This is the dead draw, and I still win the match.
just 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 unlucky. Just unlucky. That's
Yeah,
it.
that was
Woman
unlucky,
and
Maran
life
bhai.
is unfair.
That was unlucky, yeah. So rook b5,
Do
I
you
think,
think she will take? She has to, right? You said
yeah, she will take
rook
for sure.
rook h8 check does nothing, right?
Maybe you play rook
Still have
e2 or something, but then rook b1. You have to calculate all of that, and that's not easy. Just take on b5, and that's okay. Just take it. It's 4 seconds. Just take it. What did
oh,
she do?
I think she might
She
have
played rook
taken it.
h8, king g6. Now, if she doesn't play on take on f5, she's worse. She's way worse.
King g6, yeah. Rook b5 should be there. Rook d2.
Yeah, rook
Rook
b5
d2
is.
and or rook g2 is does anything or no?
Oh, she's gonna play rook d2, isn't she? Don't play rook d2. Don't play rook
Six
d2.
seconds. Oh my god, please do something.
2 seconds.
Six,
1 second.
five, four. She
Ooh.
does take.
Okay,
Okay,
she took
yeah.
it. Okay,
Now it's a
that's a
draw,
draw.
right?
That's a draw, yeah.
Nothing. Yeah.
Now there is nothing, yeah. Queen f2, queen f1, queen f2, queen f1, and that is a GG.
You can turn into a draw. Yeah.
Okay, she gives a
Yeah.
check.
GG.
By
Now
the way,
there's
king
nothing
h1
that.
is lost because of rook e6.
Huh?
King h3 only move here. King h1 is lost because
Wait.
of rook e6.
Rook e6 and you can get your rook back to b1. Oh, then you put rook on e2.
Rook on
Wow.
e2, yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, they're at that stage that they would find Sahaj. I would have played King H1 in heartbeat and lose this
Yeah,
game,
this
but
was, yeah, I mean,
uh,
honestly, it's about nerves. I think you can, anyone can in this position. Queen e2 check also you can try maybe. But okay, that does nothing.
nothing.
Yeah, this is a draw. Yeah,
Yeah, I
queen
think
h3.
Hampiji wanted a draw since beginning. Like we have
Hmm.
seen that when she could push, she all wanted a draw.
For sure, for
So
sure.
if this was Divya doing, she might have tried Queen E2 check and all, but Hampiji would take a simple
Yeah,
straight draw.
because also she's
I think
playing
that
with the black pieces, and
yeah, and
it's a
also
smarter
same thing
decision.
comes from experience. She might have seen it all and
Hmm.
wanted a simple draw.
Yep, queen f2 check, white goes king
And,
h3, and that's it.
and that's GG's again. Now it's again in Divya's hand. But this time there's only one more that can draw, other
Yeah,
will lose. So it is a
and
draw.
there it is.
GG.
GG's. That was a great game. I think Divya had a lot of potential. I think coming out of the
Mhm.
opening, but Hampeji prevailed. She sort of defended really well after the opening, and
Mm.
Divya kept pushing. And at some points it was a bit of a dangerous decision, but at the end it was just a solid draw. I think it was a good game by both sides, and this makes tomorrow's match even more
Even
exciting.
more interesting.
It makes it even more exciting. Wow, wow. Are you happy with the draw?
Okay, I am. I am. We get to see more fighting.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
And okay, how easy do you think is it gonna be to move past it and prepare for tomorrow's match for Divya especially?
I think it's you're just playing with black, which is not as nice. So it means you will be on the
Mm.
defensive side, especially against someone like Hampiji, because she is a very solid, very positional player. It's very hard to beat her with the black pieces. So your strategy should be to go into the tiebreak now,
Yeah,
because with black it's very difficult, well, almost impossible to beat someone like Hampi, um, because she's so solid. So she's
yeah,
gonna have that little advantage, and she's just gonna squeeze, as much as possible. She squeeze the juice or as much as possible. So I think she will like to go into the tie breaks now for
Mm.
Divya.
And
And Hampiji, I think, would want to score the win because I think she
yeah,
in tie breaks anything is possible. Yeah, because
yep,
anyone
true,
who's
true.
having a good day
Can just,
can just throw you off. So
and you don't have so much time to calculate, so
yeah, definitely.
and it can be easy. But how much of a boost there can this save give to Humpy G? Because she had definitely had a very worse position out of
Yeah,
opening.
yeah, yeah. I mean, clearly, I think
Saving that is
Divya's I
great.
think opening. She won the opening battle, but I think in the middle game
But
she messed
middle
up somewhere.
game,
Yeah, so I think she is definitely the better prepared out of the two of them. At least today it showed that. But I
mm,
think overall, Humpy G, I think just defended exceptionally well. I think if you can go back to that moment
yes,
where
that's
it
true.
was, I think this
Where
moment,
I think we started stream at the perfect time,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, perfect, perfect moment where it's like after Queen C8, White plays this Knight takes C4, which is a blunder. Although it's nothing short of a brilliancy to me because it's so creative. It's the ideas are so much nice, so nice even after Rook E1 check. But there were other moves here, like something quieter, like Rook B1 or Rook E1, and you just maintain a
hmm,
long-term advantage for a long, long, long time in this position. But she did something aggressive. Black took back, Rook E1 check, and now Hampiji had to play King to D8, but she went King to F8, which is a huge mistake. And now I think this is the main moment where
yes,
Divya had like that winning chance where she had to play Queen E2 immediately, but she went Bishop takes B7 and then she played Queen E2. This allowed Hampiji to sort of sacrifice her knight and just go into a draw. Um, yeah, into a drawish position, and I didn't see anything after that. How nice was this move H5?
hmm,
DQ. This was quite nice,
yeah.
no?
Yeah, we were expecting that Humpy G would not find it. Like it is a bit difficult to find it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But oh, great defense by Humpy G, yeah. Doing
Fantastic.
two
Yeah.
brilliancies.
Yeah, shows
Two,
shows nerves. Yeah, your nerves are really really
yeah.
important
And
in an
has
event
been
like this.
calm, maintaining the time advantage. Did not let go of it. Even in worst position, she was up on time.
For sure, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. I
So I
think
think
you see that a lot of times people in worse positions tend to think a lot to defend it and make even more blunders in time pressure. But she has kept her nerves real
she
good.
kept her nerves really really nicely. I think most
And
people, especially in such a, when you get a worst position out of the opening like that,
mm,
you are always
mm,
on the back foot. I think that also shows
yeah,
why Hampiji was okay with a draw because she just wanted to get
yeah,
out of the game and start over tomorrow
game.
with the white pieces where she
Right.
gets to choose.
Can
She gets to
what
put
she
the
wants to
pressure.
play. Yeah.
But yeah, so
So
I think
crazy.
we can wrap up
Yes.
now. I think you will
Yep.
continue streaming, huh?
No, no, no. I'm also wrapping. I've
You are
been
also
streaming
wrapping
since
up.
so long.
Oh, wow, the pro is
I've
wrapping
been
up.
what pro? I had
मेरे लिए
no. Okay, so Chad. For people who don't know, Sahaj had given no intimation before. Okay, ki I will also be streaming. So I thought I will just start my stream
oh,
and
please don't
be
expose me.
joined in between.
I in my defense, even I didn't know I was gonna stream, but bada maza aaya actually. I'm so happy that we did this because it was
We
really
do,
nice to
yeah,
cover this
exactly.
event, cover this game. We'll try to
Hmm.
do it tomorrow as well, but okay, we can discuss the logistics, a bit later.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yep, yep,
बहुत बहुत मजा आया chat. We'll see you guys
yes.
soon. Bye
Too
chat.
many insights, but I'll not remember the golden pond rule.
No, no, no. You will remember.
Bye.
In enough streams, you will know. See you,
Bye.
chat. Bye bye.
Yes. Bye, guys. Take care. See you. Thank you for